it's like a great stuff for a tow. Are you cool with at least one being here?
Well, you gotta keep in mind that they're gonna push the infantry before the vehicles. You're not gonna see the vehicle until you see infantry. So if the infantry sees you first, you're not gonna be able to use the tow, which is why you need infantry support. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah, 200.
Because it's not gonna matter how far you see with the tow if they just send infantry at you first.
Yeah, it's a little crevice right here. I think it's 200.
So you need infantry to push that off. How about right later into the op when they run out the tank, because they're not going to run them in early. At least that's not what I think.
Right where I'm standing is 200. In this little corner.
So tows are being used later in the op, not first strike. Keep that in mind.
Tows you have hard cover for rocks.
Position for later in the op, not first strike.
Do we want to put it here, or?
Trying to do a hard start of 1 3 or is it 1 platoon ammo crate?
It's 1 platoon ammo crate in Gabuke.
Do you want it by the radio so that the squads, if we go down, at least the squads on the hills can somewhat reach it? I would say it's 3 squads versus 1.
Yeah, put it like on the south side of the road. Does that make sense?
We might green shipping container maybe?
Or you know what we could do is we can put some ammo in the trucks as well. And use the trucks as ammo trucks. Right? We can do that, right? Event buddy?
Sure, they just can't move.
Okay.
I'll take a truck with ammo and then you guys have a...
Gabuke. Put your truck in Gabuke and put the platoon ammo crate up.
Yeah.
Alright, that truck right there next to the fob is yours. Okay, that's all yours, Has.
Got it.
As far as lats, listen, acid, you're getting 2 lats.
Okay.
Phoenix, you're getting 2 lats, copy.
Alright.
Bump and assault, each 1 lat, over.
Solid copy.
Alright, platoon briefer and ready, I'm gonna go brush my teeth.
Okay. You gotta have fresh breath, okay.
Okay. Well, I haven't put them down yet. I'm kind of debating it. I think I have 2 spots that I'm gonna put them. Probably right here, and then 1 looking west.
We can go ahead and supply the fob, right?
What?
Like the build on the fob? Can we supply it with the logic? Yeah, go ahead and supply it and go ahead and drop the toes. Do not build anything else. Once the toes get placed, I can turn it off.
Copy.
Bob, did y'all place one facing, like, west at all? Southwest?
I'm about to have one placing, but that one looking southwest. It's got a pretty decent line of sight on the road to my west. Yeah, stand by, I'll get it down. Yeah, because I'm thinking I'm gonna put one around, stay away from there, near that in-place AD mark, and somewhere around this other tow mark, be able to look west and north pretty much.
Solid, both of mine are placed down on the marks.
Copy, in what direction do they primarily look? Because I might put it looking a little different.
One's looking northwest, one's looking straight east.
Wait, we get 4 toes?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
that's why I was asking if I could push one out a little further southeast, man. It's all good. I think we're good. I think we're fine too.
Hard start in 10 minutes.
Can my guy Smith?
Okay, I've got 1 2 missile down.
Hey, command, my 2 toes are on the marks. One's looking east. The one by my rally is looking northwest, down the MSR through the town.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one looking south on this western MSR on one end. It also looks west down that road. I'm gonna get another that looks straight north.
Yeah, okay, I thought we got... This is fucking overkill.
Hello everybody and welcome to our Squad Ops One Life event.
Yeah, but
I'm getting started a little bit early, about 2 minutes early, but the event admins were super on the ball today, and looks like we've got a hard start in about 10 minutes, and that's going to give me just about enough time to introduce everybody, tell everybody what the op's about, and all of that technical stuff. So welcome everybody to Operation Missile Toe. And I'm your commentator for this evening's Shadowed Ritual, and we have a pretty exciting operation for you guys. Before I go over that, let's go over who's going to be participating in these ops, at least command-wise. Excuse me. For the British team, we have platoon lead Karmacut with his squad leads Phoenix, Bump, Acid, and Assault. For the Russian team, we have platoon lead Rose Dragon with his squad leads Alpha Guido, Efank, Storm, and PlayJ. So as far as commands go, Karmakut's got the upper hand, but Rose Dragon is no slouch command himself. He is very he's very mobile with his plans, and he likes to do flanks and coming in at different angles you wouldn't really expect. That's sort of how Rose Dragon plays. Karmakut's super micromanagey, as most of you know, and we'll see how those styles of leadership clash. As far as squad leads go, looking pretty even. They've got Assault, Phoenix, both very good squad leads. Bump and Acid are both very consistent. Storm, very good. ClayJ is pretty consistent. I'm leaning more towards British side when it comes to squad leads who are there to be very assertive and flexible with their movements, and they're not afraid to do something and then tell the squad lead or the platoon lead what had to happen for them to squad alive. Whereas these guys, I feel like most of them are going to wait for orders, and then they're going to follow those orders to the best of their abilities. We'll see what happens though on those sides. People still joining in. Not okay. They haven't had guys spawning yet. Cool. Gives me time. Let's go over this operation. I was late. Unfortunate, dude. Might be able to hop in for the second round. And what's up, Mr. And hello, Clayton. Let's go ahead and bring up the map for this operation. Super easy operation. It's an attack defense op. The Russians will start at the red circle with the Russian flag in it, and the British will start at one of 2 sectors. Sector 1, Sector 2, easily named. British this run have chosen Sector 2. Let me go ahead and read the op brief as Xbit has written it, or the operation situation. So the British forces, your mission is to act as a blocking force by placing anti-tank weapons along main avenues of approach throughout the valley. Your platoon has been sent to build and defend one of these positions. They've chosen Sector 2. Russian forces. British forces have begun occupying the Balaya region and have set up scattered defenses around the valley. Your platoon has been tasked with locating and eliminating these British positions. I looked at a spelling error, but yeah, but your platoon has been tasked with locating and eliminating the British position. So the Russians know the general area the British will be at. The British are going to defend the position. And what makes this different from other attack defense ops is just the smorgasbord of equipment that both teams are going to get to defend these positions. It's going to be a...
Am I good to keep all that on this radio, or
you'll see. There's no good way to explain it. You know where I go to get in for round 2? Dubisku, hop into pre-op, and you'll be dragged in from there. Until then, it might be best just out and chat. And yeah, there's 3 up. I wonder if anybody would notice the spelling mistake. So Russian or British assets include for the squad 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic.
You ready?
Oh no. Okay, let's listen into his command brief, and we'll see who can translate it the best.
I'm not. I still only have half a squad.
Alright, we're gonna go through Assault. Assault's gonna do the brief through Karmakat.
Individual squad briefs. I just need you guys to like clear your squad comms.
Got it.
Okay, everyone ready?
Then I'll go over kits and whatnot.
Okay. The intent of this operation
never fired
is
it
for us to
before.
be holding the TOW fobs and the HQ fob located on the south side of the MSR. It's in the red barn. That is the primary objective. Our secondary objectives are to hold the TOW fobs. We have 2 TOW fobs on the northwest, 2 TOW fobs on the direct south. I have 1 squad. Phoenix is going to be on the north playing a reverse defense. He's going to stay mobile along that whole northern ridge. His job is to assist any squad that comes into contact. Same deal with squad 2 that's in Gabuke. He's going to play mobile in the buildings there, assisting whatever squad hits contact as well. Do not be afraid to play reverse slope defense. We are set up in overlapping positions to where we can support each other. At least 2 squads can support the other squad, okay? TOWs open up when they have eyes on enemy vehicles. You are free and clear to engage when you see enemy vehicles. However, be advised that they are most likely going to be pushing their infantry in first before they push the armor in first. So sitting a guy in that TOW might end up with an easy kill. Feel free to move around on your established hills. Stay mobile if you need to be. Great. Pretty much consolidate back onto the cap as we lose people if we need to. Copy?
Roger that.
Alright, rip it down. Doctrine is mobility and mutual support. Okay? So, spread that out.
Alright guys, so should be pretty easy plan for the British forces. They're just going to sort of hold their positions with their assets, which I will go over because that's what I cut off with. And I think the real pivot is going to be Phoenix and Acid in these buildings. Acid's going to be floating around in these buildings. Phoenix is going to be running up and down this hill, sort of doing reverse slope, defending anybody who decides to peek over the hills that his friendlies are already on. I think that's his idea.
That we get for the start, and one of my guys is starting without ammo. Can we hook him up?
I don't know how it would hook him up.
Alright, so assets for the British team include 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic per squad. For the platoon armory, which can be dealt out how the platoon lead sees fit, they get 6 light anti-tank kits. And I believe it is 2 for Phoenix, 2 for Assault, 1 for Bump, and 1 for Acid. So that's how they sort of dealt out their light anti-tank kits. The vehicles are 3 logistic trucks with half and half ammo, 1.5k, 1.5k ammo build. Pretty simple loadout for that. And their fobs, they get 3 fobs. The main fob they have to defend is right here. This is their main objective for the Russians. They're going to they're going to try and destroy this. British are going to try and defend this. There are 2 extra fob emplacements scattered along Sector 2 that can get 2 TOW missile launchers and various defensive structures.
Definitely get sandbags. We'll put all these bombs. I don't know. What do you think? Because it's going to be you, Hyro, kind of like where you're the best area you want.
They didn't build it yet. So there are 4 TOW missile launchers on this hill, sort of locking down avenues of approach. I know where Bumps are, so we'll go check his out. I was sort of flying over them before live. One's over here.
No, I've been a few ups already. I did.
Otto was here.
Just an estimate.
Told me he was putting it here, the liar. But there are 4 TOW missile launchers already set down. They're not built yet, so we can't actually see them on the map.
You can't left click anymore if you make sure.
There it is. There it is.
Just
And look at that, locking down these roads. Yep, live at 1:36. So live in about 2 minutes. So there are 4 TOW missile launchers to sort of defend from the Russian forces. And for those of you who don't know what the TOW missile launcher is, it's basically a guided, wire-guided missile. And it's one-shots basically any vehicle. I think it bounces off a couple tank, like fronts of the T-72, maybe the Abram. I think it does a lot of damage to the Abram. But it's a very, very deadly weapon. For the Russians, their assets include 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, 1 medic per squad. Their platoon armory is 4 grenadiers, which the platoon lead can deal out as it sees fit. For the vehicles, they get 1 MTLB with the KVPT, which is the good turret, and 2 BTR-80s, the MG BTRs. So they've got a lot of vehicle assets to sort of take over this position, sort of assault these towns, sort of push down the roads, and try and keep guys from peeking the tops of these hills. Looks like 720. That's interesting. I'm streaming in 1080. It might be the upload, but the thing with Twitch is that I put my upload at like 10K, and it was like, you can't do that. It can only do 6,000 upload. I found that very strange. Maybe it's because I'm not a partner, or not a partner. But it's only let me upload at a maximum bitrate. Which, by the way, that's the Russian assets. They've got those 3 vehicles, and they get 1 logistic truck, which they can use for transport. But those BTR-80s and the MTLBs are going to have to really worry about these long sight lines from these toes, because like look at what these toes can see.
Okay.
Oh,
like I was saying, over on the far corner, I also have eyes.
Look at this. YouTube stream quality is crap. Don't watch on YouTube. Watch on Twitch. I'm assuming you meant watch on stream. You mean watch on Twitch. Quality crap. Yeah, maybe. But this is what we've been, or what I've been told. Stream to both. To get a wider audience. But like, look at these sightlines that the toe can look down. Look, he's got this entire road locked down up to the bend. Looks like. Let's go check out some other ones if they are built. Are they built? See 1. I see 2. It. Where is it? Oh, there it is. 3 blocked it.
Alright, Phoenix.
This can sort of watch the east. They're really worried about guys peeking over that hill or vehicles peeking over that hill. They don't want to give during their brief. They were worried about vehicles climbing hills and then getting like high vantage points on people. And for the most part, it's very difficult to do, especially with the MTLB and the changes they've done with V12 and the traction, the changes of traction. I think it's like the FizMat or something is what it's called. And it makes it very hard for these track vehicles to go up hills, especially the slower ones like the M2B. The tanks, not so much of a problem. But they're still worried that these vehicles can come up hills, but they understand that it's very limited in what they can do, and mostly gonna be stuck to roads, shallow hills. They're gonna prepare for it. Live is at 1:36. Live is already. Oh, we're live. I missed it. Sorry, we're live. German forces. Geez, playing too much postscriptum. The Russian forces are already moved out and already dismounted. We've got Squad 3 in a BTR. We've got Squad 1 in a Bilaji. We've got Squad 4 in a BTR, and we've got Squad 2 in command. And they'll be keeping it really far back because the M2B is a loud vehicle. Dismount the BTR already. Efink looks like he's going to go and try and get eyes on the location. Boogeyman Cyclone, the one's driving the BTR.
One is watching everything from the north to pretty much your direct east.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. M2B is a
you're watching everything
fucking box, loud.
Much north of your position. And
it is better than it used to be. The M2B used to be complete garbage in my opinion, and now it's viable.
Over.
It's got smokes. It can take a shot now and not completely garbage. And the gun, the KVPT is actually a pretty good gun because it's got like the smoke generator and it's just a higher caliber than the NS. Efang taking point here, trying to get eyes on the objective. I don't think anybody's in position to see him except maybe Phoenix's squad over here. I don't think we're going to be able to spot him. Rest of the Russian platoon is going to maneuver on the.
With the razor wire? I wouldn't.
Go check out position of this platoon or this squad on the far north. Where are they? Are they not spawned or there? Gonna go check these guys out. Then we're gonna go check out the British positioning and see how they've spread out on the hill to cover any avenues. Boogie DC. Boogeyman did DC. He was a driver. Man, I'm missing everything.
Command be advised.
Good catch, yeah, that's a driver. Hopefully they can get him back in. Contact hasn't been had yet. They haven't come into contact yet, so that he can respawn if he gets here quick enough. But you don't want to be down that driver because it requires the vehicles require the crewman kit. Nobody can pick up that position.
I'm gonna allow you to set a sparse ambush, but that's all it is. As soon as you start taking contact, you're gonna pull that reverse slope over.
South, looking for anything. Not gonna see anything. I think his job was to scout out Sector 1. Efank's guy's a job was to scout out Sector 2, and then this other half of the platoon with Squad 2 and Squad 1 are just waiting to see where they need to assault from. Let's go check out British positions. Really nice spread here by Bump. Watching all of his angles, using what he's got. Tow missile. Covering this northern road. Yeah, like this northern road. Not loaded. That's cool. You can get unloaded like that. I didn't realize that, but nice positioning from that tow. Looking that way. Let's see where he put his other one. Oh, yeah. Looking west. Solid spot for him there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Face it right here.
Got the other showing you. I'll fly over them one more time. These are going to be key in defending against these vehicles, I feel. The lats do damage to them, but I just don't feel like they do enough. You really need to, you're really going to have to rely on these assaults. Or these tow missiles. Technically, it's not a road. I mean, they're not blocking anything. They're really trying to just draw in the...
How high are you?
ND. Fucking ND. Giving away the position.
Give me ops. You don't deserve it.
Lima was the one who did it. You think pushing in, being really aggressive. Is there anybody here who can stop them? Ah, look at that epic smiling Lord Chonka right on the other side of Efank. Somebody takes out big EHI. Epic Smiley takes out big EHI. Lord Chonka right on the other side of Efank.
Was that ND Phoenix?
Negative. Engaging enemy contacts. East northeast of our current post.
Got it.
Oh, Efank and Elite are in just really bad positions here.
Copy.
Oh no, this squad is just counted on the open. This squad is dead. If they take anybody out, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's still bad for them. Frag grenade goes out to Epic Smiley. They don't. They tag him with a gun. It looks like, or a bullet, but the grenade doesn't kill him. Frag goes long and off to the side. Epic Smiley's gonna live through this. Lord Chonka is sitting here right next to Efank, Elite, Jaegerfang, and Frank. You mean Efank? Yeah, no, it doesn't matter that these guys, if these guys kill the two people, they're just 4 guys out in the open. They need to pull back. They need to try and cut their losses, but they're going to get caught in a crossfire here with Hamdog. They take a shot at Jaegerfang.
Stay down.
John's trying to get the flank on Lord Chonka. No, he doesn't know Lord Chonka's there. Evil John gets headshot. He doesn't know Lord Chonka's there. Now Efank knows Lord Chonka's there. Efank's gonna push him. Vehicles are pushed up.
Multiple enemy KIA. We are still at full
2 on this flank, the doer and quick strike.
Who's totally surrounded in India 614.
I gotta get the angle. They're shooting at this flank on the right and they're shooting at this flank on the left. Is Epic Smiley still alive? Epic Smiley goes down to quick stretcher of the doer. They're gonna just collapse in on Lord Chonka now. Firing onto Phoenix's squad. BTR is pulled up.
Start pulling that reverse slope over.
Confirmed.
Cyclone having a 1 vehicle. They're gonna just cut their losses, I think. They've lost 1. Lord Chonka may go down here, but they've lost 4. Russians have lost 4 for their troubles. British have only lost 1. Update on kills. 5 kills for the British, 1 kill for the Russians. So Russians are up. Yeah, 5. Okay, they just took out the doer. Where did the 5 go? I was counting pretty consistently. They've lost Bump, it seems. Yeah, it looks like Bump is down. No, E-Fink. E-Fink is down. Okay, Jaeger Fang, Quick Scratch. Only 2 remaining on this hill. MG's trying to light up the blue smoke, but the British forces have already pulled back.
Firing. That's an 80.
Their reverse slope has gonna pay off for them if they can get set up here and just wait for them to crest.
Shots or flyover, or we're being.
Are we still moving further down the hill?
It's from
let's hold for a sec. Let's watch that.
Copy. I'm watching where traces are coming from.
I've got like.
Let's check the rest of the Russian movement. We've got Russian movement on the northeast. This is what we were watching with Squad 3. Jaegerfang in charge now with his BTR support. Only so 1, 2, 3 people from this squad remaining. One of them having a man of BTR. So basically 2 guys on the field versus the whole British platoon. On the north, we've got Squad 1 maneuvering on the northwest. Northeast of them, we've got Squad 2 and an MTLB. Another squad, Squad 4 is going for a long flank on the southwest. So see, this is what I'm talking about, Rose Dragon, trying to come in from other angles and see his other options with the BTRs manned up or mounted up, and they're going to try and come in from another flank. We'll have to watch that movement. Lord Chonka is the only one really close to contact. Takes out Jaegerfang. What is this cheeky positioning from Lord Chonka? I don't think he meant to sit here. He's got 3 kills. But he's stuck. He can't run away without that. Seeing him, he knows that, so he's just waiting, and then the rest of the Russians are just running over him, or running past him, I should say, and getting shot for their troubles.
Town is taking sporadic fire, but we're okay.
Yeah, also just a note, we're getting flyover here, be close, but not a big deal.
Copy that, 3.
As of now, the southeast is clear.
Copy. Do you have any to support the push from the north? Over.
Bump Squad is going to be the guys to
my toes will
check out the.
Be advised, I have large enemy troop movement in Hotel 545, at least 1 times enemy squad.
Hotel 5. Or
moving south. Stand by for correction grid. Hotel 556 coming from the north of 4. Coming from the north of 4, or at least 1 time squad.
Go check out Bump where you can see these guys.
And look. 1 time squad east of 4, and 1 BTR east of 4.
Spotted these guys. Easy spot. Easy spot.
Yeah, we're shifting eyes to the north.
I'm running. It's kind of difficult to see.
Yeah, they were in like Hotel 556 moving south.
We've got the outlines. We can cheat.
Just remember the name of the game. Supporting positions. Over.
Command be advised. Enemy BTR is east of Chonka's position, probably on the road or on the hill east.
Roger that.
And 4 has gotten into their... No. This is Squad 1 on the northwest. Nobody in here to spot this except Dubs. This hat, or this tow missile is not reloaded, and that could be the death of the person who gets on it. They definitely should have gotten on and make sure. Reason why multiple attacks can work, they distract people and move people away. Yes, that's true.
Stand up, I need
multiple attacks have to be, but I think they have to be timed correctly. This engagement might be off.
I've also got the hat.
Break. Okay, contacts to our northwest, Gulf 521, enemy AR looking onto my pause.
Roger that. Remember, you are best and supported by other positions. Do not try to take them on one-to-one. Over.
You're being pushed by Barbados Bravo 26 Unicorn of Justice and
you have contacts on your hill. On your hill, 3, over. 2, I need you looking. Direct east of
on his, okay. On his hill. They've spotted this.
Push your position, 3.
It looks like Phoenix is Phoenix in position to watch this. Oh, Londarts went down.
Squad 4, can you look west and cover Squad 3? He is getting engaged and pushed by enemy infantry. Over.
Oh, this is the guys, Phoenix's guys taking shots at.
Pushing south towards Jack's location.
Omar, RP. They're being very aggressive with their push. I love the Russian movement so far. That initial movement with the BTR has been questionable, I've seen. But this push here is very coordinated. Look at them pushing completely onto this hill from different angles, and they're putting pressure onto Phoenix's position from the northeast. Very solid movement by the Russians. Jack might not see with this. Jack and Eddie are not able to support Bump, which is what they need to do, so Bump can get out of this alive, as he's being surrounded by about six guys right now. They've got 2 sandbags covering their position.
Squad 2 if need be, over.
Can't.
Copy.
I would squad 2. You should have some mortal facing east. Maybe. Yeah, maybe slide up my team.
Oh, they rushed Dubs so quickly. Dubs takes out one, is taken out by the other. They rushed him.
They're on top of the northern tow missile.
Wow, that was quick. I was looking at him for just a couple seconds.
Pull it back into 4 and 2's arc of fire. I don't want you pushing this.
Squad 2.
Got audio on an MTLB distant as well.
Say again.
Bump, tell me you copied those orders.
Negative.
I need you to pull back and fight with supporting positions, not one-on-one.
Gotta pull back, but I don't know if he can pull back.
It's close as fuck, Lee, bro. I need you to look north.
I know.
We have no eyes from town. They're behind the rocks.
I'm trying to get 3 to pull back, so they do
fire
end up in your line of sight.
Get down. Yeah, we're being engaged from the northwest, and they're over the ridge
pull off of that hill to supporting positions by 2 and 4.
Yeah, they need to pull back this direction. Is the direction towards the camera. South below us.
Pull south off that hill, 3, over.
Yep.
Yeah, solid copy.
They're trying to pull up. They're trying to get away.
In the rocks in 644. They've got an MTLB way out west as well.
So far, update on kills. 10 kills for the British, 5 kills for the Russians. So the Russians are getting kills. They're just not getting them. They're getting them fine. They're doing fine. It was just that initial contact is why they're down in kills whenever they ran over Phoenix's squad. Guys have taken over Jack and the guy who was with Jack 0800, leaving Omar RP the only one remaining on this hill. We've got who's this quick scratch over here. Only 2 people on this hill that they pushed the Phoenix's squad had. A line? Okay, yeah, no. And they've got a BTR in. Hello? Got it. Weird. Full squad has pushed E-Fink's squad. This is more just a diversionary force, it looks like, and they've got a full squad pushing Bump as Bump continues to fall back off. Lots of fire going down on them. Meister Tom, it looks like. Yeah.
Oh, this is me.
Bump go down, Bump is not down. They've pulled back pretty effectively. They've got still 4 or 5 alive. Let's check out Bump. Yeah, they've got about 7 alive. Only lost a handful of guys off of that.
2, I need more eyes facing northeast to assist us as we bound backwards you.
Yeah, this ridgeline should help once, or should hold once they've got cover from the town. That's the idea.
Hey, you got contacts like 100 meters north of you, Phoenix.
100 meters north.
Acid, are you tracking that movement?
Did Acid go down? No, Acid is still up.
MTLB's driving up onto our fob. They just got rid of our northern tow. They just deleted it.
Okay, copy. Is Acid AFA?
Let's see. Happening over here. Might have crashed. They've just deleted this fob here on the northwest. And the Russians have got some solid movement pushing into this. Ooh, frag grenade goes out. Doesn't kill anybody. Barbados may bleed out here.
Line 3, that's not a die-hard position. Pull back south if you need.
Barbados is gonna bandage. It looks like frag grenade goes out towards Dick Folk. Doesn't take him out. Yeah. So it's safe for this vehicle to be up here now that there's no tow. Mr. Moneyman and Storm are gonna be able to do work. I don't think they're gonna be able to get up this hill. I don't think they're going to even try. I'd like to see these vehicles get a little more in the game. I'd also like to see it personally. But it looks like they're going to play very, very carefully with their
Sorry about that. Had something come up.
or with their
I need
supporting
contact. Yeah,
with their
support. I need a fire
vehicles. They're going to be very careful with their vehicles.
Roger.
I'm going to continue to push south off the hill, try and get into the arc of Assault Squad and Acid Squad now that he's back. Going to be able to use these guys a little more effectively, and they're going to try and hold that north end there. Majority of the Russian platoon.
My guys are just telling me they got audio on shots.
Okay, Roger. Yeah,
so check out the south push. Squad 4 almost in position. Alpha Guido, the one leading it. Who's going to be able to spot this? Nobody.
On 3 and 4's enemy positions.
Really, this guy's going to be able to spot them, I guess. The furthest forward CPS.
MTLB Hotel 851 south of me. MTLB Hotel 851.
Copy.
Have I
BTR, you mean?
I got a BTR up here as well, or at least I got audio.
So they've got 2 BTRs. BTR MTLB in the north, BTR on the south. This squad.
If you cannot hold that position.
Okay, so can hear. He called BTR. That definitely. He called MTLB. That sounds like a BTR. You gotta be able to tell the difference between those track vehicles and the wheel vehicles. Shots going in at Assault from Zaki 90.
Friendly strength count is 2. Enemy strength count
I got eyes on him.
is at least a fire.
Alright, how far out?
Right.
Contact the seats, a good chunk of our ridge here. There's sort of a BTR as well.
Hey,
Go ahead and stay low sign. There's a BTR out there we want to use you on for.
I've got enemy infantry, Hotel 871 south of me. Hotel 871.
Alright, roger that.
Karma, we got enemy contact southeast side of town on the wall.
Really?
Enemy contact already on Phoenix's wall.
Try to deal with it. I'm looking right now.
Southeast side of town on the wall.
Yeah, we got an MTLB and a BTR here, so.
They talking.
Someone's got incorrect contact reports. I'm tracking 2 MTLBs, 1 south and 1 west, so clear that up.
I have confident that it is just over on the road west. I can hear it firing.
What is to your south? What?
I'm taking contact from enemy infantry. Hero reported visual on that MTLB south. I never got eyes on, but it was Hero.
And MTLB is going. Our BTR is here as well.
Alright, tracking 1 BTR, 1 MTLB
I think you were
northwest side.
I'm not saying anything.
Possible BTR south. Over.
That's the call out right there. Finally getting the information cleared up. That I think the conflicting contact report between Assault calling an MTLB in the south and then an MTLB in the north. They only get 1 MTLB, so they know something's wrong right there.
I do not need you retaking that hill.
Copy. Yeah, I can give accurate BTRs in Golf 682.
Tell your medic
MTLB's moving off now.
Oh, they're getting pushed so hard, Master Tom and Warrior here. Frag out towards Master Tom. Doesn't go far. Oh, takes out Warrior. Okay.
Buildings that are enterable from inside town, not outside. Agreed.
Still haven't taken out the tow here, but these vehicles are just free to roam on the northwest.
Yeah, it's southbound at this time. It's somewhere to my southwest.
It's dug, and they're gonna dig the radio here soon, I'd assume.
Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's over there. Right back.
It's in like Golf 625.
Master Tom just sitting here,
You're getting for run on your south.
scared as fuck. Bump is pulled back. How did he even make it over here?
Yeah, we're getting picked apart.
How do they even make it over here? But you see the Russians keeping the town and this hill that was the problem. Like this isn't even a factor as they stay on the west side of the hill, and there's nothing that can really pin them as they move. Look at this, using the geography to their advantage. This is great movement from the Russians. There's no way anything on their east flank can touch them. As long as they keep eyes and watch for people cresting, they're good. On their east, they've got the road, they've got an MTLB and a BTR supporting them. They're good. And then they've got just a narrow column that they just need to march down and just destroy everything in the path. Great choice of movement from the from the Russians, and they are moving so effectively. I really like this.
We're
Go check out the south push for the Russians from this MTLB that was miscalled, or from this BTR that was miscalled as an MTLB. Alright, it's a BTR. Where's the BTR position? Here it is. Heard it. There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, kind of convinced that they're creeping their way south on the ridge. I think they're going for their secondary toe fob.
Yeah, if they can get rid of the secondary toe fob, that's it. They have basically, they're out of ways to deal with this, with these vehicles. Let's check a look on Lats. Who's still alive for Lats? I see 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's dead. No, hit to respawn. So 4. 4 of their 6 Lats are alive. Yeah, these guys are dead. 4 of 6 Lats are alive, which means they need to land, what? They get one heat round apiece? Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they get 1 heat round apiece. That means they have to have over a 100% hit rate to kill all 3 vehicles, unless they get like top shots or rear shots. But I don't think they have enough Lats to deal with these 3 vehicles at this time, unless they can get some lucky shots with the tow missiles. Go check out the position of their tow missiles one more time. See if there's any chance of them manning them and taking these shots. Because assaults,
pulling my other fire team back, like you said, to the north.
Okay, roger. I've got 1 MTLB pushing up the hill direct where the tow is looking right now, northwest of it.
Copy.
Ooh, can you see it?
Assault, if you don't already know, you likely have dead coming in from the east, northeast. Those guys have totally vacated the hill to my northeast.
Copy that.
Phoenix, if you
they trying to get it up the hill?
Probably push northeast.
Yeah, they're trying to get it up the hill. Look, right there.
No, we're not in contact. We don't even need to. We're just making sure we know where the contacts are.
I have a full squad here.
Well, we're moving orders to Midtown. That's what we're doing.
Moving right.
Alright, Bob, why don't you secure that building to your southeast, 60 meters of you? 60 meters southeast.
Copy.
Where's it? I don't want to miss it.
Assault was the last known enemy locations.
Oh no! They missed it! I was on the wrong one, but they missed. It's a rock! It's a tree! It hits a tree! Oh, these are the last 2 tows.
Unless it hit that tree.
Yeah, I just saw it hit on it. Someone hit something on it, a ladder or something.
There it is. There it is. They need to reload.
I'm getting.
Get low, get low, get low.
Come on, get the shot. There it is. Get. There it goes. And an MTLB down. Good shot. Death Magnet took that shot, takes out an MTLB, leaving 2 BTRs remaining. They got a BTR on the west and a BTR on the south. I don't think they should have pulled this BTR off like that. They should have been working in tandem together. It looks like he's going to try and get above the hill using the hill to the west. Yeah, good shot from Death Magnet. Rose Dragon is really using this BTR as a command vehicle, it seems. He's the platoon leader for the Russians, and he's really just using it to lock down flanks rather than be aggressive with this one, it seems. And he really wanted to be aggressive with that MTLB. Unfortunately, the tow was just in the right position.
We have guys looking.
Assault, you have enemy contact with an MTLB that just popped.
Yeah, BTR can definitely bounce some of those lat rounds. It's going to fall down to these tows, I feel, Mr. Uzi, to get rid of these BTRs. The M2B I don't feel was as much of a problem because the lats definitely have no problem pinning that. But M2B is no longer an issue as they've dealt with the tow. Looking at ammo. They're out of ammo. Oh no, they're out of ammo. They've got 800 ammo. They've got 500 ammo. They're out of ammo to fire their tows. Oh no. So the tows are out. They're officially out. Unfortunate for them as they are now being pushed from the south from the Russian team. Slowly being pushed backwards. Update on kills. 17 kills for the British, 14 kills for the Russian. British are up. Acid is the one looking the strongest. Everybody else is being picked apart. Assault's got a couple guys. Assault's dead. Looks like. There's a full squad, and then these guys are all but dead. They're basically fire team.
Are we staying here?
Yeah, definitely. If you can see it, blow it up. We need to actually pull back. Frag up. Stay low, come back to me.
Sam's gonna run right into. Oh, what was that? They said pull back, and Sam's like, no, I'm gonna run to my death. He just like suicided in. He really wanted that vehicle, but that was just, there's no logical reason to try and push that. You were being pushed by infantry. You hear that small arms going. You gotta know they're in front of the vehicle. Like, and the vehicle's even pushing off on the flank. I hear it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Yeah, he could have just waited, and it would have driven right up to him. Look, basically just driven up right up to him. He didn't need to suicide over the hill towards that infantry like that. We're down one lat.
Dead.
Yeah, that was a bad push. And that leaves these guys down. All of their lats. Let's do one more count of lats. I see two. I see two.
Alright, you're in command of your fire team. I need you to grab Death over here. And then tell Senpai and Frederick to hook up. Tell Frederick and Senpai to hook up. We're gonna flank this from the south, okay?
Russians have taken charge of the Sector 1. Yeah, most of Sector 1 at this point.
Alright.
They've gotten rid of the tow fobs. It's just everybody in buildings now.
Oh, he's right fucking here. We gotta go this way. Follow me. Follow me. Fast.
Yeah, currently on northeast. Copy. Yeah, no contacts are posted up on Ridge in Hotel 777 or Hotel 775.
Any way to deal with this?
No, that was just the command I was about to call out.
They're taking the radio.
See him up on the hill?
Misses shots on knee hole. Or he tagged him once.
Hold this. I'm gonna keep rotating, okay?
Copy.
As soon as you see me set, you bound.
Yeah, we're gonna move.
We're about to take a shot
outside of town.
Frag out.
Bounce. You gotta wait for him to roll into town.
We have side armor.
Okay, copy.
Frag out doesn't take anybody out. I really want to watch Karma die here, but I want to watch this shot on the BTR. Let me try and get both. BTR's pulling off. They're not going to take that shot. Listening. BTR's going to pull off. I'm not going to take the shot. Karma Cut's going to continue this push on this flank. Takes out knee holes. Death Magnet takes out knee holes. Here's going to push past. Karma Cut gets shot. BTR's pushing back. Oh no, Karma, you're getting run up on by BTR.
Yeah, BTR is up in the southwest at this time.
I'm not gonna make it up that.
It's about to drive.
They're too big. Karma Cut goes down to a major Almer Maltese. Yeah, Fitz and Bagajo gonna try and push this Death Magnet and Hero. The only ones remaining on this update on kills. 20 kills for the British, 19 for the Russians. Russians have tied it up. Who's in the driver's seat, though? If you got an opinion, who do you think is winning at this point? Even though it says it's a tied game, I really feel like the Russians should be in the driver's seat since they've got the vehicle advantage. But on the other hand, you can make the argument that the British have the defensive position looking at their fobs, sitting in those buildings, making the vehicles not as good as they could be because they can't really pen these buildings. Hero gets taken out by Clay Jane Barbietta's. Vic advantage, yeah, I agree. Vic advantage is bigger than this hard cover. But the thing is, let's go. We'll watch Death Magnet go, and then we'll go check out the British. British are screwed. I mean, yes, but if the Russians suicide themselves in trying to dig out these British forces from the buildings, that could be all she wrote for the Russians. It really depends on how the Russians play from here. Rose is too smart to try and just suicide everybody into the buildings, I think. And he's just gonna look for his move. Death Magnet goes down to Dean Chavez. Dean Chavez.
Last known intercontact I saw was
on Ridge. Is he off of the Rainbow Six book, or the Rainbow Six Siege book? I just finished reading that for those of you. I do a lot of like audiobooks, and I've been listening to the Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Really good book, highly recommend it. Dean Chavez is in there, one of the leaders from there. I think that's where he got his name. He watches this. He should definitely tell me if I made his if I understood his obscure reference.
Okay, I'm setting my other guy.
BTR suppresses the windows. Problem solved. Yeah, that's true. Just don't let just don't let them peek. The Russians have had great movement so far. The idea of using the downslope of the hill on the west side to just crawl through Sector 1, kill anybody in their path with a BTR and an M2B supporting them on the road, That was genius. That was genius. Like, that was really good movement from Rose Dragon.
We'll keep engaging us on the south and keeping eyes on.
I think when command goes down, then mostly the fall starts. Yeah, when you lose command, it really hurts you. But the thing is, you can recover from that. Yeah, BTR is going to start suppressing these windows. You can recover from losing your command if you have some of your original squad leads up. Like, they've got Acid, they've got Bump, they've got Phoenix. These guys know, and they've got Hero as a fire team lead. These guys know how to command. They know how to lead. And with this small of guys, you're not leading a platoon anymore. You're leading about a squad and a half. So they can pull this off, I think. But they just got to follow through with what comes. I think.
Basically west-southwest.
First round? Yeah, TerXJ. This is the first round. Towards the end of the first round, 20 kills for the British, 21 kills for the Russians. Russians now winning. Let's look at British disposition. They've got one guy in this building on the far south. They've got a split 4 and 3 on these middle buildings. They've got a couple guys on the north. They've only got 2 guys on the main building.
Or both of our buildings, so.
Probably a good call, Bybee. This is not a good building for Bybee because you can pin
building over here
all of this.
Safe.
And then this building, you can pin the shit out of this, so Bump's not going to last long here. So they're the only 2 people on the building proper, but they've got a couple windows that can look at this building. I'm going to get an actual count. Let's go check out Russian flanks if there are any. Doesn't look like there are any Russian flanks. Russians have consolidated themselves just as much as the British. Let's get an actual number rather than just kills. I see 7 there. 12 Russians versus.
I'll delete that though. Hold on.
Hotel 754 heard 2 if you can get guys oriented in that direction. Basically southwest.
13 British. British are up by 1. Down 1 kill, but up by 1 person. Alright.
Excellent.
Hero died, I thought. Did Hero die? You're right, Hero just died. Hero did die.
Yeah, they were deploying smoke and maneuvering. I think I saw.
But still, like Bump, Phoenix, and Acid, they're all solid squad leads. They can take over for this. I don't think losing command is not as big of a deal, especially because you got to know Karmacut likes to go for those cheeky, let's flank. I'm command and I need to command the platoon, but let me go and flank kind of thing. But he was the only one in position to really do that. But still. I wouldn't have. I'd have tried to fall back and save myself if I was commanding. Sort of, that's just sort of how I understood I was supposed to play command. And I'm not that good at shooting. I'd rather lead than shoot because my aim is always off.
We are all over here. I'm just gonna move back to this room.
Oh shit!
Or somewhere else. Yeah. Yep. Fuck.
That was so close. Oh god.
Right out, just continuing to get shot. This 3D view is actually working out pretty well. Looking through the building. They're all in the same. They're trying to shoot out of the same, like, 3 windows, and that's just going to make it very easy for the BTR to spot them and pin them down.
I have enemies on the rocks in Hotel 775, 60 meters south.
It was an audio glitch. Started shooting in such quick bursts that I thought he was shooting full auto. They're putting down some good covering fire. Let's go check out the BTR movements where they decided to move those. Are they keeping them together or are they gonna separate and have different firing arcs? I only see one.
They're gonna take down our logi.
I only see one. Where's the other? Fly over this one. Watch it. Oh, there's the other.
Is that you shooting, Phoenix?
Here it is. Cool. They've got both BTRs. Still, I thought they lost one for some reason. And they're in really good spots to continue to pin down these British forces. Not going to allow them to peek. Oh, they took out... They shot at... I don't think they meant to take out the Logi. I think they were shooting a Tactical Beard. Yeah. It was Tactical Beard who led to the downfall of their ammunition and supplies.
It's up to them to push. If we hold this, we push win.
They hold their position, they're good. Up to the Russians to push. Let's see if they're positioning themselves for this push. They've got 3 guys on security on the north side of their vehicles. They've got Rose Dragon splitting the vehicles. not really worried about their vehicle security, it seems. They know that they've had to have pushed everybody through. Phoenix goes down, they said. Got two guys over here watching this angle on the northeast, and this looks like the main assault element here of these 9 guys coming in from the far north. They're converging on the radio. They took out
from the northwest west.
Roger.
From the northwest. Dayton kills 22 for the British, 23 for the Russians. Russians have the upper hands with these vehicles. I like to see them be just a little more aggressive. They're obviously worried about lats, and I don't think they have to know that they've taken out the tows. Smoke grenades out.
Yeah, they're just northwest of me.
Bartok Warrior's super hurt. Russia has to clear Brit from town. No. For those of you who are just joining us, the mission objective is the British have set up roadblocks. Frag grenade out. Takes out Sebiv and doesn't take out Bartok Warrior, even though Bartok Warrior has the less health. Very interesting. But the Russians have, the British have set up 4 tow missiles watching various routes through the Balaya Valley, and the Russians are tasked with clearing them out. They were set up in 4 fob locations. There was one here, there's one here, this one has been taken out, this one has been taken out, and then there was their platoon HQ, which is this fob right here. This is the main objective for the Russians, and the Russians are digging it. They pushed in, they took out Bump, Barbietis, and Clay now digging the Russian platoon HQ. Once the Russians clear this out, then the British are now on the offense, having to retake their HQ position. You just gotta light this building up. That's all they have to do. They're gonna push in vehicles very aggressively. Yeah, Rose Dragon's in here with Cyclone. Push in. This vehicle over here gonna just continue to pin people down. They've actually gotten out of it. Frag grenade goes, or RPG round goes out, or I guess lat round goes out, hits the vehicle in the side, doesn't do as much damage as it needs to be. Yeah, they really needed to rely on those tow missiles for that. The lats just weren't going to be able to do enough. Bob goes down. Now the Russians are on the defense. Good push. Russian west flank was weak. Yeah, Russian west flank was very weak. They were mostly worried about these guys on the south with the vehicles. They did not expect this hard push from the northwest. British HQ radio compromised. British must retake the HQ position. They are now on the offense. Leaving it up to get another count on British. 1, 2, 3, 8, 9 British forces remaining against 2 BTRs and probably about the same 7 or 8 Russian forces on the ground. I don't think the British are going to be able to do this. 24 kills for the British, 25 kills for the Russians, and it's still a close game. It's not like they got completely stomped. They just got outmaneuvered. I really felt was what it came down to. Rose's push on the far west, pushing south, was perfect. They had no way of covering anybody from that, and it really and maybe if Bump Squad pulled back earlier, they would have been able to get on the back slope. But even then, I don't think Rose would have committed to that slope. Like, Rose would, if Bump had pulled guys back and had saved them, cool. He saves the guys, and they're now going to be encircled in the city. I don't think Rose would have pushed guys over this slope entirely. I mean, they might have gotten on these rocks here, but I don't think they would have committed to this downslope, allowing Phoenix and Acid to lay fire on them as they continue to push south. I really feel like this was a very specific decision to stay on this slope and continue to push down here, leaving their left side covered as they just swept through the sector 2 for the British. Yeah, Rose Dragon's plan really ruined Karma's crossfire plan, because Karma's whole plan was to have a crossfire in this valley right here that we're flying over. This town was supposed to be pivotal in putting crossfire down this way, I'm moving my mouse way too fast for this. Putting crossfire down to the south, southwest, and northwest. Being able to put crossfire down onto these onto the downslopes as they tried to push him, and Rose was just like, I'm not having any of it. I'm not gonna allow you to get set up for these crossfire plans, and they really did well with their move. Fitzy gonna fit. It looks like they've hit this BTR as well, just not enough damage for them. We Are Airborne goes down, leaving Bagajo and Major Almer Maltez the only ones there. They need to push though. Got 5 guys in this building, and they are on the offense. I hope Rose isn't telling them to clear them out.
Alright.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
One down.
Takes out major armor. They need to pull back, Russians. You're on the defense. Look at this. It's just going to be a slaughter if you run right into them. Captain Hardcock and Lima Bean here. They've got the angles.
I hear him. They just vaulted.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm
second in there though.
Good name.
British force is gonna have to move. They pulled him back. Where did he go? Oh no, he went back. Baggage Joe. No, actually, where did this guy go? Might have been Baggage Joe. Major Almertaz, whatever, died. Baggage Joe might have been the guy with him. I don't remember.
Look around. Hold on here. Keep this straight.
They just need to hold this right here. Barbados Clay J. Where's Rose? Rose died? Rose didn't die, did he? Shouldn't have died. Rose died. He got out of the BTR. He was over here, is where he was. And I bet he went down somewhere. Come on, Britch, you gotta move.
Yo, from this building, where's the... Oh, fuck.
Captain Hardcock didn't get it.
Hardcock, you went hard. You went hard.
Oh god.
Oh, he's moving, he's moving.
Yeah, so, oh god.
How are they gonna get out of this building? There's no way out on this side. Look, no doors. All the doors.
Put them down and I'm back for you.
Here's gonna move. They're gonna let him out. I was like, if I was Fitzy, I'd just camp those doors. Ugh. But they're gonna let him out. They're gonna use the road as the catching point now. Allow them to reposition. Feel like they've got that chance to maneuver, and then just shoot them as they cross. Using their own vehicle, the own British vehicle, as a sort of RPG shield from the front. So dirty with that positioning right there. William, FBD, and Fitzy, the ones remaining in BTR. Another quick count. I count 5 British versus at least 4 Russians on the ground, plus 2 Russians in BTRs. Still tied, but they've got the vehicle advantage for the Russians. Got a lot. They've got a lot still. All right. What's he gonna do? I don't know. They've got one. Slats can rearm KGB. Slats can rearm, but they blow this up. This is their only chance to. Well, they've got. These are the 2 vehicles they can rearm from. I guess you say they can rearm. Will they? I don't think so. Those are their 2 options to rearm. Are both used as roadblocks. I guess. I don't know what they're. I guess. Yeah, they wanted to use them as roadblocks. Oh, rifle ammo bags. You are correct. Rifle ammo bags. Yes. Let's see. They've got Clay's Blonde, Raft, Daltus, Tactical Beard here, and Lima Bean. Any of these guys riflemen? Okay, Clay's Bond and Rafe are both riflemen. So Daltus? Okay. They've got options, is what you're saying, KGB. They've got options.
I'm gonna go in this first on the left.
Daltus can't die.
Yeah, hopefully I can get
this is the thing. Daltus can't die. As soon as he goes down, then I think that closes the door on their chances. Let's go check out. I'm gonna go over the BTR's perspective. Got 2 windows here he can peek out. BTR is not looking. Daltus, the name we gotta watch out for. And BTR is now looking. The BTRs are already taking a shot. Nothing over there. Daltus, you're looking at the wrong thing. You can't shoot the wrong thing. You can't waste your ammo like that.
Oh wait, right next to you.
You gonna try? Oh, come on, man. Okay, use your rifle. Take out those two guys on the flank. Okay, good. Good. They're sweeping it out. The British are doing things. All eyes on Daltus, though, to take out these vehicles. He's scared. Lima Bean goes down. Crossfire looks like from that. You're at the other end. Raph, Clayspawn, the only. Clayspawn and Raph need to get with Daltus so they can rearm him, or else Daltus isn't gonna have the shot, or I mean, isn't gonna have enough shots. One though at this angle looks like a top-down shot, and that's an instant kill, I believe. There's like no armor on the roofs of these vehicles. He's got to do it. Clayspawn gonna bleed out before he can cross. Yeah. Raph. Tactical Beard, Daltus. Only 3 remaining. And this crossfire is nasty. Right here. Oh. Oh, what a crossfire. Daltus trying to get the shot. Can't decide who he wants to shoot. He's afraid. You can just tell he's afraid. He doesn't know where to peek. British have 2 minutes to. Yeah, gotta hurry these guys up. They're stalling. Oh, come on, man! You gotta at least take the shot. Smoke's out. You gotta lie. You gotta take the shot. I would have gone to the roof, gone out there. If you go out taking a BTR down, I mean, you did your job. Follow him in. Phillips. Maybe he doesn't have rounds. Maybe he just had the tube out and was just holding the tube.
Okay, you ready? Oh god. Fuck, there no smoke. Let's go. Ready? Let's do it, man.
No way. Oh, the Dalton's mate. Oh, nope, he didn't.
Oh, gonna do it.
They're so timid. If all 3 of them had run across at the same time, one of them would have gotten across. But now every single one of them is just gonna get picked off as they run. You just saw them run back and forth, back and forth. Too timid to get across.
You gotta listen to me, dude.
But nice try. Nice try for the British. They came down to the wire. 29 kills for the British, 34 kills for the Russians. I don't think
the vehicles are fun.
Bump pushing back. Carm saying, Bump, you gotta listen to me. But Bump tried to listen, not as well as he could. He could have saved a lot of guys, I feel, instead of trying to hold that position. But I don't think it would have mattered that much more with the Russians' plan. The Russians' plan was just so good
dude.
that I don't think it mattered. That plan was just pretty flawless in its execution, at least. And they managed to do very, very well with it. I think their only real issue with the Russian plan was at the beginning where E-Fank pushed in with those BTRs, and they basically ran over Phoenix's squad, and then they got slaughtered because they didn't see Phoenix's squad that they were like standing on top of. But for the most part, Russian plan was very, very solid. British plan for their crossfire just didn't play to their advantages. There's just like counter plans and good. I had your load times. Well, Squad is the only game I have on my SSD besides, you know, operating system. Like that. But yeah. I definitely it's on my SSD. Need to get a new SSD. They're getting cheaper. Definitely need to get a second SSD. I have an SSD, a hard drive, and then I want a SSD. Random stuff like that for the load times, because you definitely do notice it when it difference of a hard drive. And I have the regular Squad on my SSD, but whenever V12 was being tested and all that, I had the test branch or whatever on my hard drive. I could definitely tell the load time. Waiting for everybody to create their squad. So, what do you guys think about the last round? What do you think the British could have done better to sort of hold their position? Because it was Gabukai. British forces set up here, 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 and here. And their idea was to crossfire all of these positions. Solid plan in theory, yes. Very, very solid plan. You know, crossfire, be able to help everybody. Let me create my squad. We'll go to them. The thing was, Rose came in from this direction, got slaughtered, and then readapted. Well, maybe not readapted, but these guys came in here to scout, got slaughtered for the most part. They kept their BTR alive, which is good. But the main infantry got destroyed. And then the rest of the platoon came in from here. They had 3 squads coming from, or 2 squads, plus the remainder of the slaughter squad coming from here. And then a 4th squad coming from the south. Using this hill as cover. Not allowing this crossfire to happen. And they were just able to, basically they started here, they pushed. They went south. No way this crossfire could be effective. Just killing everything here. And then this push came in from the south. Slaughtered all these guys. And then from the hill, they were able to push down into Gabuke. And that was it. They had the vehicle advantage. They've gotten rid of the tow missiles. And there's just no way that the British forces could recover from that.
Yeah, no problem.
If the squad in the town pushed north and flanked the Russian counterclockwise.
How do you want these filled up?
Yeah. I think that is an option. Karmako is very hesitant because this is a legitimate advantage here to hold these buildings and then get them as they come off the hill. Maybe if Squad 4, Phoenix's squad, from here went to flank rather than falling back into the town, because that's what they did. They fell back into the town. Maybe this squad here went to flank. That would have been the right call. Obviously, we've got the bird's eye view. We've got the eye in the sky perspective. And they've got the information they're being relayed, which there was definitely a lack of communication issue. I'd seen.
Go ahead and deal.
Clayton brought that up. Lack of communications. There's like some missed call. There was a BTR on the north and a BTR or an M2B on the north and an M2B on the south being called out. There was just rough numbers of people in positions that they really weren't. Yeah, we've got the 20/20 hindsight. Definitely pays off for us, but we can make those kind of analysis mostly because I can be an asshole like that. I am a commentator. I do what I want. So let's go over this round, this operation, who's going to be playing in it, and what the objective is for those of you who are just joining us. For the British team this round, we have platoon lead Rose Dragon with his squad leads the Alpha Greedo, Blonde Arts, Storm, and Clayjay. For the Russian team, we have platoon leads Karmakat with his squad leads Phoenix, Bump, Acid, and Assault. So really even squad lead, or really even platoon leads. Karma's got the more experience, but Rose is still pretty good. Squad leads, again, very, very close in skill level, I'd say. I really like how Storm and Alpha Guido's squad lead, whereas I really like how Assault and Acid squad lead. So it should be very, very even, I think. Actually, doesn't look like E-Fank's going to be here. Keeps crashing. Looks like, we'll see what happens. So let's go over this operation. Let me fly over. Where am I?
Darts.
Oh, there I am. Let's go over this operation.
Actually, hopefully you can get it. Hold on.
Let's go over this operation and what is the objective. Let's go ahead and bring up the map. It is a simple operation: attack, defend. The British forces are tasks. Let me go ahead and read their mission brief. Your mission is to act as a blocking force by placing anti-tank weapons along main avenues of approach throughout the valley. Your platoon has been sent to build and defend one of these positions, so they get to choose between Sector 1 or Sector 2. Russian forces. British forces have begun occupying the Belaya region and have set up scattered defenses around the valley. Your platoon has been tasked with locating and eliminating these British forces. So Russians are attacking, British are defending. British forces can choose between Sector 1 and Sector 2. That's the map. That's the locations. Go ahead and bring it down. I'll go over assets in just a sec, but they chose Sector 1. British forces have chosen Sector 1, different, the opposite sector than what was chosen last time. We're going to get to see a different style of assault, maybe. We'll see what happens. British assets include 1 squad lead, 2 fire team leads, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic per squad. The platoon armory, which can be dealt out as the platoon lead sees fit, is 6 light anti-tank hits. So he can choose all 6 in one squad if he really wanted to, but he's probably going to spread them out, spread the love, give them some assets to work with amongst the squads. But we're most likely going to see a 2-2-1-1, as in 2 squads get 2, 2 squads get 1 squad lat. That's most likely what's going to happen. We might see a 3-3 split. Not sure. Vehicles, they get 3 logistics trucks with 1.5k ammo, 1.5k build. They get 3 fobs that they can place down. The Russians only have to destroy one of the fob. There's 1 HQ fob, 1 platoon HQ fob, and 2 emplacement fobs. The 2 emplacement fobs get 2 tow missiles apiece, so there are 4 tow missiles total on this map. And it didn't pay off for the British last time, so it doesn't seem overpowered yet. We'll see. Got to play the op a couple times, get a feel for the balance of it. But the British get 4 tow missiles, 2 per fob, and this is they're gonna be their setup. It looks like. So they get 2 tow missiles per fob, 4 tow missiles total, and then their platoon HQ gets 1 ammo crate. And they all get various defensive structures that they have, 1.5k build apiece to use.
Setting up tows.
Russian assets include 1 squad lead, 2 fire team lead, 2 automatic riflemen, and 1 medic per squad. The platoon armory is 4 grenadiers and then crewmen as needed to man their vehicles. So 4 grenadiers, most likely going to see 1 per squad. And their vehicles are 1 MTOB with the KVPT, which is the BTR turret, and 2 BTR 80s. So you get 3 vehicles that have machine guns on them, going to be super deadly as we saw last round if they cannot be dealt with by those tow missiles. They also get 1 logistics trucks for transport. And then they've got the crewmen to man these vehicles, because you do need crewmen to man. We'll see how Karma decides to deal those out. Was the building that the HQ was in the only place it could be? Because it seemed like there could have been better places for it. No, Clayton, they could place them anywhere in these sectors. I'll bring up the map one more time. They can place 3 fobs down in these sectors. Always valid placement will be on, so they can place them down where they need. There's like, you don't need to worry about having to be 100 meters or 400 meters away from the other fob or whatever it is. The only requirement is they have to be 200 meters away from somebody. So Karma set it in Sector 2. I'll go ahead and fly over to Sector 2 so you can see, and I'll show you. Sector 2 actually covers some. It's basically the road outlines sector. That's why Karma chose this building, because assuming there's some buildings right just inside the sector. There might have been some better spots like in the village or in the town or hill, on top of the hill. That might have been easier to defend. But Karma really wanted to play using these buildings as a key point. Just didn't really pay off for them. This sector is outlined by roads as well, with this road bisecting. But this is the objective. Go ahead and check this out. I think this is going to be their platoon HQ. We'll be able to tell where the platoon HQ is by the ammo crates.
Should I drop supplies?
Evank your connection better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Not really.
No crazy sidelines on Belay like Albazira or something makes tows less effective. Brits need to hide the tows better, I think. Sandbags draw a lot of attention. Sandbags do draw a lot of attention, but for the spirit of the op, I guess, not spirit, but the situation that the British forces are in is the British forces are already here set up. They do not know, quote unquote, that the Russians are coming to attack them. So their tow missiles are literally set up to watch down roads. That is one of the specialty rules, is the tows cannot be... so the specialty rule as written, it says British tow emplacement should have a view of approaches and should not be hidden away, which means they can't like hide them behind rocks and get it to where that's like a super short shot. It has to be realistic. Realistic, as in where you would place it to lock down a road if you had adequate support from, a battalion of troops, Whereas this platoon was sent here early to get set up, and they're waiting on reinforcements from everybody else. So are British forces allowed to leave their sector? They are allowed to leave their sector if they so choose. They just have to defend their main fob, or they just have to defend the sector from infantry pushing them. So if they leave it to then push back on a flank, I mean that's totally viable. That's why they had guys on on Gabuke. Gabuke.
I'll change him off.
It is outside the sector. This whole area was outside the sector. But they plan to defend the sector from the outside using crossfire. Didn't really pay off for them. Yeah, there are no crazy sidelines. It's going to be interesting to see where they put their tow missiles on this one. This one I feel has a lot longer sightlines that might pay off for them. Especially if they were to do something cheeky like watching like straight down the road. Like here, look at this. That's a pretty solid sightline. I like this spot.
Should we come up with a backup?
We'll see what happens. Looks like Rose disconnected.
Alright guys, listen up.
Huh.
In case Rose doesn't get back, we're going to...
Or spawn in one of your guys. Just one.
We're gonna plan as if Rose isn't coming back.
Gonna get their guys spawned in from the tab here.
He says he's coming back. So get your toes up.
All right, they're gonna get their toes up. Rose is coming back. Just had a unfortunate DC. They'll get that situated. We may get a little bit of a start timer. Infamous Dragon's internet. Yep, there's Dragon definitely has bad internet. That's why he said he hasn't been commentating recently. He used to commentate a lot. For those of you who don't know, he used to commentate a couple months back. He was pretty consistent at it, but yeah, this is internet. Not gonna be able to do as much. Hopefully we can get it fixed because he's a pretty solid commentator, and I like doing multicams a lot. The only reason we've been doing a lot of solo cam stuff with me and my voice is just because we need commentators for to do the multi. Because my computer is not good enough to run the streaming software that we use for multicam and play squad at the same time. Because you know how squad is just a very CPU.
Copy.
Check out where they put their fobs down.
Alright, well, just so we're I'm gonna have one toe covering this
Wow, this is a really good spot too. Yeah, this is a really good spot. Look at that. These are the sightlines they needed. Maybe Sector 1 was the spot for these sightlines if you really wanted to utilize the toe and just lock down areas. Yeah, this is a northwest thing. You're gonna see for so far. You're gonna have shots on. Yeah, very good toe placement there. Let's go check out some of the others. These are the long sightlines that they needed. The other ones were... I really felt like in Sector 2... Go check out Sector 2 for a bit, waiting for Rose Dragon to get back so I can talk about plan and everything. We have no idea what the plan is if Rose isn't here. Go check out Sector 2. I really felt like a lot of their sidelines were either super far out in the open, like this one here. Super out in the open, easy to assault, easy to assault. Had some okay sidelines. Like this isn't as good as the sideline over there that we just saw. It's a pretty solid sideline though, but the thing is just so far out in the open. This spot here was also relatively out in the open. I think this was the first position that got pushed. Actually, no, it was further forward.
Once the toes are up, let me know so I can turn off Holy Valley.
Like over here.
Top 2 toes are up.
Alright, I'm working on placing the last one right now.
So far out in the open, well, whereas these were not hidden, but they really used the tree line to their advantage, but it really narrowed their angles, their sight line. This one had to shoot through some trees. Yeah, this was like about here, and it's okay to shoot this long distance here, but they've got a lot of trees in their way, and it ended up taking a shot like from like right here, over in this general area. Again, a lot of trees. Whereas I feel the Sector 1's gonna have a bunch of sightlines that's gonna be very advantageous to them. Especially like I can't get over that west. That covers the entire west. It's got some pretty good cover from the rocks. You can put a couple sandbags there, maybe a Hesco wall.
That's okay.
And it'll be really solid for them.
Nope. Oh, our guy's gonna resupply.
Wait,
truck?
No.
Yep, one sec.
Where is it?
Alright guys, I just got a message from Storm. He's basically just saying, obviously, me and Efek are toe defense unless that's switched up, but 2 guys are toes. If we're overrun, we move to HQ. Clay J is eastern defense and screen if they wrap around east.
Say again, who was toe?
So I thought Storm was taking over for me.
Yeah. It's basically, he doesn't know that, but yeah. So me and Storm are gonna be toe, and then if we're overrun, we all just fall back towards HQ.
Hold up.
Which in the center there.
Need some
so
balls
AJ,
from a gun.
Eastern defense, and you're gonna screen
I gotta
if they
rearm.
wrap around towards the east.
And what does my squad to the west?
Their split is pretty good. This is probably a solid too much of a distance, I feel, to really be effective. I don't know. We'll see. This might be like a flanking element. A flanking tip gives them plenty of space to come from either direction. These guys can easily, fall back or defend each other as necessary. Let's check out this toe placement.
On my logi. So, do we want to grab
Ooh.
If Rose
This is out in the open.
Do you want to take over command and have Lon take over SL? Obviously.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, this is a pretty good sight line, but it's so far in the open.
Yeah, that'll work.
Bell placement's off. Okay, just give him a little bit.
Check. I've seen 3 toe locations. Where's the 4th? 1 and 2, 3. They haven't built. Oh, I think they're gonna build the 4th one over there.
Who we're supposed to have, or?
Yep, there it is. And this is gonna be to watch their eastern.
What's up?
All right. This one's probably out in the open. I like those northwest spots. This spot's good. This spot's probably the best. This one's all right. This one's all right. This one's all right. This is the best one, I think.
Base with the lodges.
They just use what's there? They have ammo bags and or lodges, ammo crate as well.
Yeah, but do you want us to resupply the lodges afterwards, or?
No, that's what you got. Have is what you got.
Okay.
This is the center position here. This is their platoon HQ. This is the objective that the Russians have to assault. The other 2 are just extra secondary objectives that are controlling the tow missiles.
Make sure it's reloaded.
So it's really going to be, even though these are secondary objectives, I would really put a huge priority on taking out these tows, because that's, as we saw last round, that was the only thing that could deal with the vehicles. Like the tows, there's literally only thing that can deal with the vehicles. And if they're in the wrong position, if they're too far out in the open, they're too far exposed, they're just not going to be useful. And yeah, actually this tree cover might cause an issue now that I come back and look at it, but it might not. It might be just what it needs to cover itself, but shoot through it. I'm not sure if these, I know it can hit these, like the main part of the trunk, but I don't know if these branches have hitboxes. I don't know if they can hit these branches. Somebody tell me if they've had experience with that. Can you shoot the branches? We will see. Lifetime has not been called yet. We're still waiting on these people to reconnect.
And I saw the guy shooting you, and I freeze framed, and he killed you.
That's all good. I think we kept them on that hill long enough where our western push was more successful, so it was all good.
Well, I saw you run, and then I died, Lon.
Lon asks for healing and then he falls over.
LRG in, so 1 second.
I'll give that healing to you now.
Oh, thanks.
What did you
Look at that, they have how well you did last round on your chest.
Did somebody reload a tow? We got limited ammo, guys.
Yeah, each of these tow missiles is like 500 ammo. Like it's a crazy amount of ammo.
I suggest no one gets in it, or they will know where you're at.
Only got 1 shot.
Basically.
Who's gonna fuck?
Which squad didn't get ammo?
Yeah, Rose is back. Good news.
I didn't get ammo though.
All 4 squads?
Yeah, that's it.
Hopefully we get to find out, yeah.
Like some of the character models
They're going to be very careful with these tow missiles. 500 rounds apiece, each round, so basically each tow, or each bob gets 3 tow shots apiece.
I hope that'll never happen. No, it won't happen. This game will get banned in China, and there's Chinese
Dragon's
players.
back, did you load back in?
They need the money.
Yeah, Rogue Dragon connected, cool, they've got command.
Because China doesn't like that.
He did it, he stole my name, Imperial Dragon. Imperial News Network, because the Empire did nothing wrong.
Yep. Awesome.
Are we
live yet?
Marines, they're stupid because it's just reskinned army.
Yeah,
It's
Spawning an ammo logi right now. Remember, if you hop in it, they will see it. So use it for your guys' ammo function only. Tell them not to hop in. Later, you can dump the other whatever's left for the tow.
You need a rifle grenade.
Copy.
We need a red 4.
Alright, so I hope.
Blue 4.
Go ahead and listen in for a little bit. Not much more feedback to be had for the first round. We know what went wrong. Rose Dragon Squad was just really on top of it. Promise Crossfire plan just didn't pay off.
Rose, one small chain.
We'll try and listen into 2 minutes start time. We'll try and listen into what Rose has planned. It's gonna be pretty similar to Karma's plan though. Just
So, Fang, you're
2 on each point.
Really far out scouts. Did you get the lats, Fang?
I did.
Alright, I want you to make buddy teams. 1 lat plus 1. So basically, a lat and a buddy, a lat and a buddy, lat and a buddy. You're going to actually physically stay here, and then you're going to send your fire teams, your buddy teams out. I want 1 over the train tunnel. I want 1 over. Yeah.
Okay,
we'll fix
please
the hab.
get that hab.
Yeah, well,
When you can.
I'm going to take it down to halfway built as a defense structure.
No, you're not supposed to have it at all. So take it down.
Then we'll get rid of it.
When you can.
Alright.
It was built for you.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. So you're going to put 1 at train tunnel, 1 up there at Gamma 7, 1 to the east somewhere. And your fire team or your buddy team without a lat is going to be far southeast.
So, dude, once you die, how do you spectate? I shift P.
AJ, do you understand your orders?
Brought up a weird-looking map.
I think so. We're going to my shield mark on the map.
Did you just do
Eastern Mills and scanning.
You have
where
to
the contact
before you.
Yeah, basically you're going to be about about 400 meters to the east, on the Ridgeline direct east, because we can't see very far east. The toes don't have good eyes east. That's where you're going to be set up. And just kind of screening force to the east. And then Alpha and Storm, you guys are defending the toe positions. If you get overrun, you're falling back to HQ.
So how far east do you want me? Like on my 1 mark there?
Probably a little bit closer. Probably like this set of marks. Again, just like a bunch of buddy teams, fire teams.
Alright.
So that way, if you start getting hit, you can retreat. Efang, your guys are basically going to be eyeballs for us. That's the main goal. But if they get to a position where they could engage or disrupt, they can do so. But I don't want them engaging unless they absolutely have to.
Copy.
They're mostly out there for recon.
Alright, guys.
Doing a platoon brief?
Excited. It's gonna be fun.
Alright, so pretty easy plan. 1, 2, 3 squads. Flanking or a securing force on the east, or a sort of scouting force on the east. Complete opposite of Karma's.
Go ahead and have one.
Yeah, I mean, not complete opposite. Karma had 1, 2, a squad per point, and then 1 squad off the point, sort of watching as eyes. But Rose isn't gonna put so much effort onto the crossfire positioning of everybody. It seems like he's going to maneuver squads as he sees fit, but he's not having them pre-positioned in areas where they can definitely spot
right now.
and
it's north of Nicola,
definitely
right?
spot and provide crossfire almost
the ammo truck that Storm needs.
The lat kits have been dealt out 3-3-0-0. So we've got 3 lats in Clay J's squad, 3 lat kits in Efang's squad, no lats in Alpha or Storm squad. They're going to be the guys manning the toe.
Later, but I suggest you don't drop it until they know like what sector you're in, because it'll give away your sector. Or you can just do it now if you want them to know. But
nah,
they'll see it.
Nah. Alright, so Storm, how much ammo do you have?
Yeah. Well, one of my guys already reloaded it, so I have 170 ammo.
How much did you start with a truck?
I started with 670 ammo, because my guys had to reload.
We got a Charlie.
Oh, okay.
So you're basically
Hey, we don't
Yeah,
your situation.
We're gonna spread out.
I got 1 shot for each of them. I only got 59 ammo right now. So we got 1 tow rocket each.
Medic, you're gonna stay in the central.
Getting an update on their ammunition for their toes. Those toes are expensive, 500 ammo a piece. They're saying they've got one toe shot a piece. These guys cannot miss. It's hard to miss. Cannot. Plenty of builds getting set up. I like this.
Hey.
Okay.
You're going to block.
I'm gonna send a scout team. This is Efinks, I believe. Yeah, Efinks gonna send some guys to radio. Squad 1 is gonna really be. I think there's only a buddy team is what Efinks gonna send out. Yeah, both of them lats.
I was just thinking, give you more cover.
No, lat and a rifle.
All right.
What do you guys think this round is gonna play out? Really like Rose's idea of getting scouts out.
I thought I heard
the thing
TR
with
moving.
the thing with these buddy teams is they gotta have the trigger discipline to realize I'm overwhelmed here. I'm gonna get one kill, but then I die. That's not worth it, especially if he's a lat. They've got to lay low and they've got to just give information and stay out of sight. That's really what they've got to plan for. Let's go check out Russian movements. Since we are alive, Russians are going to come in from the east. Full platoon convoy coming in from the east, going through coal mine right now. Give it a nice fly over.
How many shots do you have at your radio storm?
Let me check.
Each tow has been reloaded once, right?
Only one's been reloaded once.
Okay, the other one hasn't been reloaded?
I'm gonna dismount a coal mine.
I'm going to drop a logi. You can only use 1,000 ammo max on it, no build. But I would not hop into it until you're ready to, use it, because it will show on the
Russians
map.
have no idea where the sector is. It looks like they're gonna go check out sector 2 first. Is their idea?
Yeah, just check it.
Russians gonna dismount. Be very careful with their movement, and let's see if they can push in. They're gonna check out sector 2, and they're gonna push for sector 1.
Maybe use a buddy team down here to help.
Only ones who are in position to maybe spot this.
After reloading both.
A lot of my guys had issues with their ammo, so we had to reload.
Cyclone and quick scratch. Only ones here.
How much ammo?
We currently
are your guns
9.
reloaded?
Okay.
Both my guns are reloaded. We just don't have that extra shot, so it's no big deal.
Okay. And Storm, where are you at?
I only have one loaded and no extra shots.
Okay, I'm going to drop the logi. 1,000 ammo max for you. It's 1 reload, and then 1 extra for either or.
Copy that.
So make sure you tell your guys that you can only use 1,000. Up to you if you want to hop in it now.
I'll take northeast. Yeah. Try look more direct east as well. And periodically look south. I'll look direct north periodically.
It's spawned in.
Communication on the buddy team level. I like that. I like good communication. That's part of operations. In my quick scratch and Cyclone communicating very well. That's part of the operation. Just communicating well, getting that immersion. Cyclone being a bush boy.
Alpha, I'm dropping a logi near your current logi.
I think they're getting a little too aggressive with their movement. Oh, Squad 3 sent guys way far out. So Squad 3 is... This is a mixture of Squad 3... Yeah, Squad 3, Squad 3, Squad 1 on the flank. So, it's a squad here, a squad here, nobody here but Efank. Literally, Efank and Commander, the only people here. Then they've got a ring of Squad 3 buddy team, Squad 3 buddy team, Squad 3 buddy team, Squad 3 buddy team. This is their whole squad. And then a secondary line of Squad 1. Then they've got the final fallback. Risky. Let's look at Cyclones and quick shots evac point. How do you get out of here? Start getting shot at, Cyclone. What are your options? I guess he can run towards these buildings. He's got a little low wall here. His escape might be good. His escape will be fine, I think, if he starts getting shot. Let's check out Quick Scratch. How are you getting out of this if you come into contact? You've got a lot of open ground to run through. You've only got those rocks over
gents,
here to
in
the
case we
west.
start taking contact, head to those buildings to our south, alright?
Communicating with each other. We'll see. We'll see what these guys do. Let's go check out these other positions, because they're just a little too aggressive for my taste. Unless they know to just sit there and stay quiet. You're just gonna get caught out in the open.
I don't know if you can still hear me. Okay. I just pushed up it along to this tree with the rocks.
Aggressive. Jones, Scooby Scoo. Get a little closer together. Be a buddy team.
Excuse me. ROE, please.
Don't push too far out.
Report then engage.
Flat to the back of BTR. Anyone? That's what they. I think that's what Rose's plan is for these guys to lay low, let the infantry pass them, and then hit guys in the back, hit vehicles in the back. That's what Dubascu's a lot, I believe. No, okay, so this is a rifleman whatever team, rifleman medic team. But look, flat. There's 3 lots there. Then we've got flat here. Flat. He's got all 3 lots on the same hill. What is this, Clay J? But you think he's got a good spread on the lots. Clay J. Put them all on the same hill. Volley fire.
Yeah. We have gets 2. And on the the Russian side, if they had the one with scope, they get 2 anti-tank and 2 fragmentation.
Alright, let's go ahead and do a status report.
Yeah, the mod
through the squad number.
Rockets.
So squad 1
Yeah.
status.
Nothing hurt yet.
Copy the
Building.
Copy the squad 3. Alright, squad 4.
Squad 4, go ahead.
What's your status down there?
We're building right now. Because I'm down only 6 guys, we're spread kind of thin here, so they come up through the south, we have 0 chance of holding them back.
Copy. 1 south fire team is going to be falling back to you if they need to fall back.
Copy.
Alright, so you're looking pretty good up here, Ding.
I see Ding Chavez.
Yeah.
The book, not the game. Good spots here again, but as you heard Alpha Guido's talking, there's no way he's going to be able to hold this south flank with only these guys. Gonna have to be very flexible with
he's back.
Ooh, wow, that just sees right over that. This is a great spot. I didn't think it would be so not hidden but protected. Very difficult shot. I guess the BTR can shoot through the sandbags, right? The 30 mil can shoot through the sandbags. I'm not sure about the BTR. It'll blow up the sandbags.
So this cover looks good, but what if we get engaged from the southwest?
I'm building up this other sandbag here. Give me a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, squad lead, the point that Dingo actually made before.
Storm, when you're comfortable with your defensive, go ahead and drop that ammo. That's just dealt with.
If they would come down and traverse through
Yeah,
Charlie.
Russians being very careful with their movement. Looks like they're mounting back up. No, they have mounted. Oh, a majority of them mounted back up. I'll fly over there, get them on screen. Whenever you get a good distance away, they actually stop appearing on your mini map. Fly over there, see where the Russians are doing. They've definitely cleared out Sector 1. They got to know there's nobody there yet. Yeah. Majority of them are mounting back up. Squad 3 is over here by Gabukai. Squad 1's over here by Command and the south side of
Copy that.
Map. They know nobody's here now. Mount up.
Lon, you're free to reload your
Roncom.
Excuse me.
Mount back up. Squad 3 is gonna go mount back up in their BTR, or probably Logi truck. They're gonna continue on to their. I'd say there's about another 5 minutes of maneuvering from the Russians before we actually get to hear any shots. I think the first shots are gonna be from the British force. I'm not sure on the trigger discipline on any of these guys. They're not names that I super recognize.
That's good.
Or Big EH. I recognize Boogeyman. He's got the trigger discipline, I think. Like guys on the south though, like sure. Oh, two are gonna hear them. Finally together. Out in the open though. Use these buildings, hide. Be able to hear any vehicles come through.
Alpha, did you drop your supplies already? Alpha, you can have your guy hop out of the vehicle. Your lodges have been spotted on the map, so they know the sector.
Copy.
They would have known the sector anyways. Like they spent so long scouting out this.
Alpha on yours. Did you?
Super quiet. No local com. Probably talking to school. Because they're so spread out, they most. But they're keeping a healthy spacing between them. You guys, they'll catch up eventually.
Squad 1, man.
BBQ and John gotta be able to hear this soon.
Go ahead and have your southern fire team.
Weakest vehicle in front. Well, I mean, Oof or Bates? Are they expecting to lose the M2B and then have the BTRs run everything over? Because as we heard, they've got 3 shots. They've got 6 shots total for the tow. 1 per each tow missile already. So they've got 4 already loaded and aimed where they can be. So, and they've got 2 shots to aim elsewhere. Scooby and Evil on. They're getting driven right up on. Hasn't been called yet. Somebody's got to call this.
Just follow the train route out of the southern position.
Report this.
Like
Report this.
Alright, NCLB is on top of my southern element now. Done.
Copy. Any eyes on PTRs?
He's not gonna have the trigger discipline. He's gonna light these guys up.
Alright, there's a
Oh my god.
Oh. Copy. One, go ahead and redeploy for the
Oh
south.
my god.
Swing your buddy team.
These guys aren't the lats. Out of 4 positions, 3 of them had lats. This is the one position that doesn't have a lat.
Echo 9-5-ish?
F959, F959. 2 vehicles are on top, I guess.
Copy.
All 3 vehicles are there now.
Alright, one, go ahead, set up a screening force. Kind of at your
Be quiet. They can't shoot. Don't shoot. Just sit there. Watch. The information these guys giving. E.
Keep your eye for behind those guys.
E. Don't move. Don't talk. I guess talking's fine. Don't move. Don't shoot. Oh.
Alright, watch out. I see infantry.
Shoot. Don't shoot unless they see you.
Copy.
Don't see you. Yeah, stop moving. Use your free look. Do it.
Squad 2, command.
Doesn't see him. Phoenix might be looking at Evil John.
Oh shit.
Phoenix is looking right at Evil John.
Confirmed his report. All enemy contact is currently.
Oh no, he's not looking. He's got his map up. He's looking down.
Squad 2, command.
Bump in the background. Now he's looking. Now he's looking. Him? Yeah, he sees him. Oh god, does he not see him? He didn't see him! Phoenix was looking right at him. Oh my god, Phoenix was looking right at him. Oh my god. The flank is secure. My heart is pumping, and I'm not Evil John. Oh, Phoenix is gonna be punching himself later when he sees that. Everybody's mounted up. Everybody's pushing past these guys. The trigger discipline. Oh, the trigger discipline. Good job, guys.
Copy.
Oh my god.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and send it
I hear enemy footsteps.
Get a Bushman, it is Rockman.
And hold your other fire team up there.
Okay, no worries.
Copy that
British
one.
forces are Russian forces are just pushing by these guys. The flanking elements from Squad 3 is pushed by. Squad 1's gonna come into contact. Listen. Frag grenade goes out. Doesn't take any. Oh, takes out Senpai. They're within frag grenade range. They didn't even know. Okay, so there's one down. Another frag out. Doesn't take anybody. I gotta keep an eye on Scooby and Evil. They're in a gross position. Violent Hunger, they reported all the vehicles there. Yeah, all the vehicles were reported by Scooby and Evil. Oh, they're getting flanked on their left. Cobra takes out. No, Cobra misses his shots. Tries to take out Acid.
This might be the whole army.
Frag grenade goes out. Doesn't take out anybody.
Probably just south of you in Echo 99.
Unicorn of Justice. I'm gonna put some shots down on Clay's Bond. I want to see Evil John and Scooby Scoo push in now. Unicorn of Justice is in an awkward spot. 2 kills for the British, 0 kills for the Russians. This ambush is working out perfectly for them. Apparently hiding in the open was the best plan. They checked the buildings, but they didn't look behind the rocks. That is true. I said go to the buildings. I would have been wrong. Yes, no. I stand corrected, Hookem. I said go to the buildings, but they're like, no, I'm going to stay by these rocks.
Copy that one.
Up Acid, who wasn't dead. Just moving him back to full.
With a lat to move in to support your plan.
Push past. Very clumped up. One grenade takes about 3 of these guys out. Taking shots at Clay's Bond. Unicorn of Justice. Captain Hardcock takes out Unicorn of Justice. Cobra takes out Hardcock.
Bank, would you describe the enemy position as Fox 97, Echo 99?
Frag grenade out. Onto Cobra.
Copy Echo 99 and...
Just far enough. Takes out Cobra.
He's saying F982.
Shots onto Lima Bean from Clay J. Clay J goes down. Clay J to Acid. Acid and Clay J trade. 6-3 for the Russians. Let's check out Evil and Scooby Scoo. Sitting there still. They haven't even moved from these rocks. They're so afraid. Oh, this is great.
Oh, vehicle still here, vehicle here.
Squad 1.
Vehicle still here.
Engine is knocked on BTR.
It's got an engine.
Are they in the building? Are they in the building?
I don't know, but there's a vehicle literally northwest. Watch out, it's gonna see you. Vehicle's facing northwest right now.
Sorry about sending you guys right.
I believe there might be.
Go ahead and hold up the depot. Try to prevent
I believe there might be
that ground.
infantry in here.
But just play it safe.
Copy that. We have possible 1 times BTR.
Oh, they spotted him, Evil John. You got spotted.
Copy.
Unfortunate. They finally got spotted. Scooby Scoo is now out on his own. CPS spots him.
1, I want you to hold there. 3, have your buddy try to remain hidden now.
So let's check out Russian disposition and then how the British have adapted to that.
Actually,
Gotta go. Very interesting. We'll finish watching when I get home. We'll be watching and stream from session 2. We'll see you for session 2, Osprey. Yeah, and all this will be uploaded to youtube.com/squadops. If you're interested in participating in these events, you should check us out, squadops.gg. We hold these events twice on Saturdays, once on Wednesdays. We also do our Friday night firefights sometimes, as well as we're looking at doing some postscriptum missions on Sundays. So there's a lot of different options for their Squad Ops One Life events. Check us out, squadops.gg. Everything will be uploaded to youtube.com/squadops. And if you like what you saw, give us a follow. Twitch.tv/squadops. We really appreciate it. As long as you guys are interested in watching, we are interested in streaming.
Rio, your guys getting engaged right now?
So, Russian disposition, they're all on the east, clustered on this hill. They've got a flanking element on the south-southwest, and both vehicles are on the east. Well, we've got 2 vehicles on the east and 1 vehicle pushed up to sort of support infantry. 6 kills for the British, 7 kills for the Russians. Russians have overran this position. Maybe not advisable for Rose to push them like that. push them as much as they did, but we'll see. Unfortunately, yeah, you can't
Two, go ahead and execute
link
where I told you about.
messages. Night
Have
bot will
your one
get you.
fire team more or less hold their position there, and your other one go to the other hill.
Cube.com /. Yeah, check out this south.
Command be advised.
They're gonna be pushed.
3 guys, including myself, left in the squad. 2 lats.
Copy that.
That sounds like ding.
One, kind of spread out to the south of that fob that you're at, and help or defend that area.
Copy that.
Hold. Good show.
Reloading.
A good show. This is gonna be able to spot them. Yeah.
Just continue building.
They're direct east coming down the hill at depot.
I'm up.
Copy that. 4, have your one fire team stay north.
Good local communication.
2. So, Store, go ahead and have your one fire team hang out where they are now, and then send your other fire team direct south to Delta 8.
Hold fire.
Alright.
So again, I'm.
Yeah. Clean. I saw the link. It shows me the link and automatically blocks it. Unfortunately, I don't know why I don't have moderator privileges on the Twitch. That's probably something I should get. I know our community team has it. Yeah. Russians should just guerrilla this now, like guerrilla as in guerrilla warfare, or guerrilla as in like brute force their way through.
Yeah, I know, but I only have 350 left. I'm gonna go reinforce a bit of an area. But you guys spread out here.
I have to be at SL to have the.
That's fine. You guys spread out. Hold here. I'm gonna go elsewhere.
All right. Just hold.
You guys have to dig the sandbags.
They're out of lats. Or squad 1, AJ squad. Okay, they have 2 lats left. Cool.
But this was
1. I see 2. That's where their lats are on the northeast. See if they can. Let's go fly over there. Looks like the E935.
Command, did you say there was an enemy vehicle to our south?
Nope.
That is correct.
Roger. I probably have the remaining of my
This
guys.
is the last.
Try to engage if you want.
We need to cross this road.
Alright, go ahead and push south to like Charlie 90 then 1.
Say again on grid.
Charlie 93, south of the.
Copy that.
You're mostly going to be out there. It's kind of a screening for us for the tow.
3 to command.
Go for 3.
BTR and TLB E936.
Looks like these guys are gonna fall back. Rehook up with the platoon. I don't think that's a great call. I like to see them stay here and push south from here. Lock down this intersection here, guys. Lock down this 3-way intersection. This is a likely avenue of approach. Or if they want to continue to get a little bit closer, this intersection over here.
That's perfect positioning. Just go ahead and hang out there and engage them as they to you.
Yeah. Gotta know vehicles are gonna want to stick to the roads. Like this area here is not a bad spot. Maybe Hooks and Depot, not a bad spot. He wants to get him back. Squad 1's gonna get pushed in by Squad 3. They don't know that this squad is on the south. Now they do.
Not our problem, boys.
There's 2 lats here too.
Our problem is more with the south side, so I've been more worried about that.
That's the Bartok Warrior. Completely bypassing this.
You
if they
still
don't
have
see
your
it.
ammo bag, Barbie, is correct?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Still full.
Nice.
Alright, let's hold.
What's the hitbox for the ammo cache?
Are you still getting engaged from your east?
It's 100 if he has the...
Warfare. Sid, yeah, guerrillas and guerrilla warfare.
Code here.
The model
Possibly
for the
move down
BTR.
into depot, but we do not have eyes on.
What do you mean?
Alright, just keep
Where's the hitbox
vigilance
ammo?
on that. 1, feel free to move on that hill as you see fit. Try to get me some eyes on depot.
Close to a hatch on the top, but try
Copy
just
that,
to hit it in the back or the top.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, boys. We're pushing east. We're gonna try to get eyes on depot. Actually, correction, northeast.
To their west. Pulling back. These guys back. I thought they were gonna push these guys. I don't think they know they're there either. Yeah, I don't think they know they're gonna pull back, get hooked up with platoon lead and squad 4. They're gonna try for the southern push. They know the southern push is weak. They don't kill 6 kills for the British, 7 kills for the Russians. Russians are up one. Let's go check out Scooby. Scooby's still alive. Or Doobie. Doobie Scoo? Scooby? Something like that. Yeah, Doobie Scoo. Unfortunate that Evil John went down. They just... I don't know why they... He just happened to be swiveling around at the time and just caught him on the backside.
So, quick status check on the squad.
He's gonna try.
Starting with squad 4, what's your status?
Oh, sorry, that was I put that in the wrong channel. Yeah, everything's good. We got eyes south, southeast, currently from our position.
Copy.
Southeast need to worry about.
I got North Depot. They're gonna survey and push in.
Copy. Is Doobie still getting run over by the truck?
He's trying to shoot the ammo off the BTR to make it burn.
Alright, squad 2, what's your status?
We're all green here.
Alright.
Good angle to approach from, I feel, from Russian. Because squad 4, as he said himself, like, it's very limited amount of things he can do.
Do you see anything moving down there?
Negative.
Very little that he can do to defend this sector. Got the tow watch in the right direction, but when it comes to infantry,
just try not to be seen.
Copy that.
Alright, 3 is going to push his guys through depot.
go check out the depot, guys. It's really just jockeying for position right now. There's going to be another couple minutes of maneuvering.
Bring your fire team where you're at over to me. Basically,
no major mistakes on either side. Besides, I think British should not have sent the forces here. They came into contact right here, I believe. Might have been right. It might have been right here. Yeah, it was right here. They pushed forces here. That's where Rose had told Squad 1 to push in, and there was just unnecessary engagement here. I think the information was fine, and the ambush was fine. They just overstayed their welcome just a little bit, and they could have pulled off a little bit sooner. Squad 3 is gonna Scooby Scoo's gonna hook up with Squad 1. They're gonna pull back these guys on the north. They've only got 2 guys on this Northern Hawk and their airborne that northern. Let's see which direction these M2B is gonna turn. They're fully loaded. This one's fully loaded. Check. They're going north. Pulling a fire team off the north.
Do you have any
As going north?
any move to your south?
Wouldn't you be expecting a different angle of attack being seen that there's been no contact for a while? Yes, I would agree with that. That I would expect them to be repositioning themselves and coming in from another angle. Rose is sort of reading their position. If you see, most of his line was up here, and he's sort of reading the position and calling that they're gonna go south. And you see how he's floated 6 guys down to the south, and he's even pulled these guys down to the south. And he's reading this pretty well. He's just not reading the whole situation, I feel, wherein these vehicles are unaccounted for, and these could be coming in from maybe pulling the buddy team. It might not be necessary to have 2. I mean, it's only 2 extra guys. Maybe having them stay near those toes and manning those toes just in. Oh, look, they're sending a squad out to flank on the west, or at least to lay down a crossfire on the west.
No, go ahead and hold up there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a north-south attack now rather than an eastern attack.
Command, they could have disengaged and come back from the north. Is it a good idea for us to be abandoning our northern position like that?
Negative. I'm sending Squad 2 back up there with fire team. Let's just re-establish defense lines.
Head back towards our toe.
Yeah, so they're gonna send Squad 2 to take over the north and hold what they've got. I like this position here. Squad 2 to go north. Doobie Scoo is still alive, Sir Dude. Yeah. And he is hooking up with Squad 1. So he is getting there. He was behind enemy lines for so long. He's finally gonna hook up with his squad. Bump. They got a nice little column column formation. And yeah, they're going to push onto the objective. Really much anybody's going to be able to do to see them. They're caught out in the open right now. If anybody can see the chart. See them? No. You guys aren't in. is... They're turning around. Huh. Hey, these guys don't know what they're doing. They're turning around. They were going north. They definitely took a left and they were going north, and now they're turned around. Gonna be... These guys are about, no joke, like a 4 or 5 minute drive from getting in this action. Most of the action is gonna be here from now.
One, if you can set up roughly south of the 2 Logi trucks in between your 3's buddy team and my guys over here. So
they're just joyriding. That's right, Hookem. Just joyriding, enjoying the Belaya Valley.
We're just driving on station.
Alright. I don't even want to fly over there to see them driving. There's gonna be no point. I'm gonna have to fly back whenever action starts. I might have an oh wait. I don't know what that means. Cannot decipher that. And Russians are in position now to start laying down a base of fire. They see sandbags, so they know that there's contact there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Eddie
you
here.
guys just set up right east of the HQ up on that hill.
Copy.
I'm gonna change his name again.
I got contact by southwest, 400 meters out.
Spotted.
Estimate size of contact.
Spotted. Alpha Guido, we're looking at, and he's looking at Eddie.
I got contact in roughly Charlie 941. Confirmed at least
Charlie
one
9.
Copy. Storm, you're gonna hate me.
Getting shots at Eddie.
Fire team back.
I don't think it's an accurate enough description.
Alright, my Delta fire team is ready.
Yeah, Ethan, go ahead and fire.
One time Karma changed his plan. Oh, yeah, Karma's pretty flexible, I feel. It's just that, yeah, he usually loses whenever his plan doesn't sort of work out how he needs it to. But he's pretty adaptable, and it's not always his fault that his plan doesn't work out how it needs to. It's really like he's super micromanaging. If his squads aren't where he needs them to be when he needs them to be, it really throws a wrench in things. But the thing is, you can't always move at the speed Karma needs you to. BTR in position and starting to fire. The Toe can see this. Full platoon. Liar. That's a squad. They've got these guys out in the middle of nowhere. Toe can see this. That's the Toe. Toe can 100% see this. Can it? Toe can see this. Shoot knee holes. Shoot knee holes. You missed knee holes. You missed. Oh, and knee holes goes down. Oh no. Oh, and it's gonna pull out.
Alright. 3, I want your guys to direct south and trying to wrap around behind them.
Yeah, the one tree might have been in the way. That's what it looked like. Niels tried to curve it around the tree. That's really what it looked like. No, I don't think it was pointed quick, because, like, let's see, where is it? Right here. Let's go see. I think that tree, yeah, I think that tree was sort of in the way, and so what he tried to do was shoot it slightly to the left, and then have it turn into it. Actually, no. I think he just...
I'm okay, buddy.
Yeah, he was just slightly too high. I think he just missed. Maybe it was the rock that was in the way. Here it is. No? No, yeah, that tree's in the way. He tried to curve it around the tree. That's what happened.
Good.
See, but if they were a little far forward, he would still be in the way of this tree. This tree is just blocking everything, like straight down the middle of the road. Look.
Copy.
He pulled forward slightly, he'd be more in the way of the tree.
They're gonna be more like 165 too. Be careful.
Yeah, copy.
Russian forces have actually pushed up onto this hill. Wow. Couldn't follow this in. Nice try by the Toe. Unfortunate that it missed. That's gonna open up this south flank for the Russian forces now with their vehicles.
The western MSR currently. We have no ways to fucking kill that
Nobody's. This whole squad that was on the north is no longer necessary on the north as these guys have repositioned. Look at them. They're gonna be on the south now. They've been moving for so long. 8 kills for the British, 8 kills for the Russians.
Second tow recoverable. Can you fix it, or is it totally dead?
Wow, you can see the hitbox now. Look at that. When you zoom in, that's the hitbox. That's for an engine kill, I think. Neat. Sandbags blowing up around him.
I have eyes on infantry direct south of position is C95. I'm gonna engage.
Copy that, 3. Try to take it out if you can.
Ammo, isn't it? It might be ammo. Not sure. That's neat, though.
Okay, go for 1.
So it's basically half the platoon versus the whole, half the Russian platoon versus the whole British platoon, and they're holding their own. 9 kills for the British, 8 kills for the Russians. As soon as these 2 vehicles and full squad get there, that's it. Like, they're gonna just overwhelm them, I feel. Karmakat's in the action here. Jesus, they have pushed up so close. Russians are being super aggressive. Bump and point here. He's gonna bleed out. Yeah, he goes down. Incendiary rounds in the BTR act as a weaker 30 millimeter head HE round. They're like very powerful 50 cals. They don't have they don't have splash damage, but they will rip apart emplacements and stuff. Like, they'll destroy these sandbags, no problems. And I believe they even destroy like the fob radio. You don't even need to get out of the BTR to destroy radio. You can just shoot it to death. Yeah, definitely no splash damage though. Karmakat up here with Jacko 800. Furthest points front. Of course, Karma's gonna go down here, getting cheeky with his peaks, wanting that information. He should really stay back and allow the rest of his platoon to move around him. His positioning is fine. He just needs to hide and lead from here. Almost there. They've got the squad there. Oh no, is this one stuck? Is he stuck? He hasn't moved in a bit. I bet he's stuck. We'll go back to the shooting. No? I don't know what they're there for. Awkward. But Russian forces almost got reinforcements.
Stalled out, but they're within grenade range, close south of us. We're holding
This
right
flank though on the south, this could be good.
Right,
these are all lats, aren't they?
Body blocked me.
Lats.
Look
Two
directly
lats.
at my face, dude. I was like, flat.
There's a chance here. They can get a shot on this BTR. A rear shot too. This is an instant kill.
Go for 3.
Notice that Karma really plays in front. Yeah, Karma likes to play in the front. I don't think it's a great idea as command. You should probably be a little further back. Karma likes to play in the front. Assault likes to play in the front. Even Rose likes to play in the front occasionally. But there's some others. There are platoon leads like Expit, myself. No, Storm likes to lead from the front as well. Expit definitely, like, they understand the value of leading, like, being alive for the whole round as command, and being able to effectively command without being dead. So vital to these operations, because as soon as you go down, it puts a lot of pressure onto the fire team leads who have taken over for the squad leads and some of the originals.
Short suddenly.
So found out what happened with the tow. Tow recoil whiffed it. The tow has recoil. The tow doesn't have recoil. It shoots up, but as long it sort of centers itself on where you're shooting after like a second or so. Oh, it was too close to adjust. Okay. Yeah, I was like, it does have like an upward angle, and then it sort of adjusts in flight with the wire. I guess, yeah, it didn't have enough time to adjust is what you're saying? Alright. Okay.
There's one coming straight at us.
We'll forgive you this time, kneeholes, but it was caught on tape. One could. Look at that. This is the reinforcement squad, and they're gonna spot this.
Go ahead, one.
You say 200?
Full reinforcements.
Interrogative, could you get a sit rep from your team?
Spotted them.
Take it down.
Damn it. Their flank spotted. So that's a
We
lat
got a
round
full
down.
squad of infantry
Fuck, and he had his lat out.
BC-955.
Unfortunate. This flank was spotted.
We're gonna get direct south again.
Can I engage them?
Do it.
Yeah, just so everyone could hear that, my team is taking contact direct south.
It's not the worst Vic anymore. Well, it probably is the worst vehicle in the game, but it's not as bad as it used to be, Mr. Yuzi. I like the MTLB now.
330 on top of the ridge.
Roger. How far? Like
I'd say 300 at least. Quite far.
Go ahead.
I want to go ahead and come around the side of the mountain and try and hit those infantry forces that are assaulting.
They were moving from our left to our right.
This MTLB is finally about to get there. Let's check out the actual front, one could say, where the Russians are hard pushing. The Russians are doing a good job funneling guys in where they need to. Dubisky goes down.
Copy that.
Yeah, they push through the south of Jeff.
Holding the southwest hill. We're committed. So it's either we fight here and we die, basically.
4, you can pull back off at all and let 2 kind of filter in through you. That'd be perfect. 2, do what you can to reinforce his position.
Copy that.
1 and 3, go ahead and start working your way back if possible. 4 is possible.
Okay, on kills 11 for the British, 13 for the Russians. So it feels like the Russians are just sweeping through the British, but they're not. They're getting stalled out slightly, but they've got so many people concentrated on one area of approach. This could be it. They could just run through the British forces. Those, again, not as useful as they could have been. Early on, we were thinking, or early on, whenever I was reading the doc before the op started, I was thinking, 4 toes? 4 tow missiles. How are the VTRs gonna live through that? But it didn't seem like an issue either round. They had no problems dealing with the tow missiles and just sweeping through them.
It's a bad idea. Yeah.
But you live and you learn. You figured out it's way different in operations where you've got that one life and you can't just ban the tow 100% of the time. Frag grenade goes out, doesn't go far enough. Alpha Guido's still alive here. Hamdog having a firefight with Hamdog, it looks like. Oh, frag grenade goes out. Actually, that was a GL round. Goes out, hits Alpha Guido. Jacko 800 goes down on the fob. This isn't the main fob. This is the main fob back here. Yeah, back there. That is the main fob that they have to reinforce.
Alright.
Shit, money's down.
Go ahead and retreat north along the ridge.
Ding and Fitzy here.
Go ahead and mop their forces.
Still alive somehow? Okay, Ding is watching the up slope. Fitzy's watching the south slope. Map is cool, a lot of dynamic terrain. Yeah, Bly is probably one of my favorite maps. Bly Invasion V2 is probably one of my favorite layers. It's such a fun layer, and it doesn't have, it's the layer without train tunnel. I don't like train tunnel. This is Invasion V3. Tow goes out. I heard a tow go out. Missed. Had to have missed.
Squad 1 command.
Third BTR is finally in this fight. Oh, they're gonna run right into E-Fink.
He got us pinned down. Yeah, we can really command.
4, is there any way you can get on that O and take out that MTLB?
Second BTR has
BEHI. Is he a lot?
right next to me. He's on my position right now.
A lot?
Copy that. 2,
I think he's lost both of his lats. Yeah. Both of his lats are dead. It's just useless for him to be here. He's got to push now. 13 kills for the British, 17 kills for the Russians. Russians slowly getting this upper hand. Toe must have hit the sandbag. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Yuzi. That's what it's. I heard the toe. I know I heard the toe got it. I guess it just hit the sandbag.
My fire team has that BTR's attention if you can hit it in the ass.
Copy. We will try.
No lats. One. Okay, Bartok Warrior is the lat.
Right next to us.
Alright, any of you guys close to that tow?
Negative, all of those guys
He's
are
driving away. He's driving on the road.
Dude, if you can make it over, that'd be
It's a clear shot. Long. Clear.
He has both BTRs looking directly at us.
Liar. Yo, liar, E-Fink. You have a BTR and an MTLB.
118.
It's close.
Oh, this is a good one right here. Wait for them to pass you, Bartok. Wait for them to pass you.
Be careful.
Yeah.
We are trying to move up at one of the BTRs.
They're not looking.
There's one driving on the road directly towards me.
Don't hit it in the front. Don't hit it in the front, Bartok. Wait for the side shot. For the ass shot. There you go. There you go. Now you got a chance. Oh, do it.
Go ahead, 4.
Do it.
Man, I don't stand with
You see him?
We hit it. Negative.
Stand by.
Yep, I see him.
He's driving 170.
We have a second vehicle.
You gotta go. He's gonna be out of range.
Second BT.
He's stopping.
They took out the fob up here.
I have perfect shot.
2, go ahead and pull off.
Oh, another lat?
Your north fob.
Get to me.
Unable to pull
Oh,
off.
we got 2 lats.
He'll be close.
Oh, they spotted him.
1 and 3, keep up.
Oh no.
Don't die.
I'm good. Hey, we got infantry. Infantry 103. One guy walking.
Friendly nerd.
Towards us.
That's E-Fink.
On the levee at 4.
How do you not see him?
We are pinned down on the
Oh, it's friendly. Never mind.
That one. 2, if you can get your West Star team out of there.
Guys, they just need us to lay low.
Perfect.
They need to lay low. Oh, look at that crossfire from the BTRs, though.
Command, be advised, I have guys moving up on my south.
Missed! Too low.
Alright. Get all forces to start retreating to the
I don't know who shot that.
if possible.
Slightly low.
Play it safe, gentlemen.
Update on kills: 14 kills for the British, 20 kills for the Russians. Russians gonna just solidify their hold. Ding Chavez and Fitzy still alive here. There's a tow around here? They completely blow it up.
It's just one squad of that MCLB. That's about
Look at this, though. Look at this Overwatch position from them. If anybody dismounts, they're dead. Arma dismounts, they're dead. I don't think he whiffed it. He was just a little low. I always figured whiffed was like over. That's how I picture the word whiff. Like fly over and completely missed. That wasn't a complete miss. That landed close enough to just be a miss.
Okay, but I'm going to squad 4 that test the BTR really close.
Yeah, A firm. Advise the 2 vehicles are now 100 meters north of our position. Oh shit.
Fitzy.
Copy.
Copy that. Just everyone work their way back towards the HQ.
Is he shooting at us?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, he is.
Squad 4's been engaged.
Copy that 4.
Brian. Specs? Are you asking about my computer specs? Yeah, if Fitzy had a lap, Mr. Easy, that would be over for these BTRs.
Would you like us doing? We're heading back to the radio at this point.
Yeah, head back to the HQ. 2, I might have you. Yeah, 2, I want you on the AD radio proper. I'm going to move up your old emplacement.
Barlin, I have a 1070, i5 6600K, and 16 gigs.
Yeah, all units are falling back to the
and an
HQ.
SSD.
I want you guys spreading out.
That just affects the load, really. So, not the best, not the worst. I feel like I have a pretty solid mid-range computer. Yeah, they're just killing Sandbag. What is Brennick doing? What? Run him over. That's right. And then get... What was that? Okay. Yeah, I don't think we have any commands set up for Twitch, and that's something if y'all are interested and y'all would like that information, we could probably get some of that stuff set up. It's not difficult to get Nightbot set up with like live time or how long they've been active and whatnot. Brennick tried to suicide himself in Russian forces. 15 kills for the British, 22 kills for the Russians. Russians have a pretty solid hold on this objective. Doesn't look like they've got many near the actual fight now. They've got a lot of guys on their rear. E-Fink is pulled up. feel like the Russian forces are definitely in the driver's seat.
Contact
with
direct
those
north.
vehicles.
It's
Do those logs have ammo?
I feel like what makes the ops even is a lack of mobility for the toes. Yeah, having your toes in just the right position is key, and the counter to that is just be super mobile with your vehicles.
Copy that. 1, 3, and 4. We're going to pull out to the southwest and wrap around. Use 2's route. 2, what strength?
3 strong, and we're a little exposed. Here we have to go.
Those logs have ammo.
Fire grenade goes out. Doesn't go far enough.
All right.
I'm a lat.
Alright, there's contact.
Damn it, I do screw. Yeah, we saw you. We saw it. Well, we didn't see you die, but we saw you engage or scout, and that was pretty intense. So you should definitely go back and rewatch it. That was some pretty intense moments.
All right.
Who brought the Desert Vic? Yeah.
Alright, you have no ammo.
Misappropriation of assets, or they sent the assets to the wrong locations. I think that was a spawned-in vehicle.
Kill the BTR.
They trying to climb these hills with the BTR? Where are they? Fitzy's still alive. Dean Chavez went down. Lord Chanka Stalker Defense gonna move that way with their BTR. Daltis, Karmakat, and Rav gonna push this way with their BTR. MTLB is intermixed with the infantry, working in tandem with them, very close tandem with them, and is just slowly advancing with the infantry. I don't know how he's gonna get through this. He's gonna have to go through the right.
Just most of you that know BTR is still in our location at this point. Is traveling on that road. It's traveling north and south.
I like how he's using this MTLB.
Copy.
Using to blow up sandbags and then push infantry after it. Great movement, great combined arms here with the MTLB and infantry. Are there any toes that can do anything? Both of these toes are completely useless.
MTLB fully loaded up and is pushing it on the AQ.
Liar, Rose. You're a liar. Nobody's in this. Fully loaded with troops. A lot of infantry around them.
Are we allowed to use the tan lodge for ammo?
Yeah.
Alright.
Gonna get it stuck. They get it stuck. Dig down the sandbags. That's the solution. I kept having vehicles near me. I had to go, and I got shot a lot. Yeah, you had to go really wide. We followed your movement for the most part. Audio delayed.
BTR could possibly be to your south.
Huh.
Danger close.
Audio delayed. I'm not seeing that. It looks like it's coming through just fine on my OBS. Dig down.
Yeah, okay.
Ooh, Total War HQ goes down. Supo gonna go down soon. Looks like Rose Dragon has shots. Maybe Zaki.
Alright, command has lost eyes on the MTLB. BTR is coming up to close south.
Sorry, man. I'd love to answer your question, but I don't speak whatever language that is.
BTR's engaged in squad 1 and squad 3 at this stage.
Is that a BTR turret on the MTLB? That is. This is the BTR or the MTLB with the KVPT. So it's the good gun. It's not the shitty MTLB with the NSVT. That's why MSVT is not the worst vehicle in the game. The MTLB with the NSVT might be the worst vehicle in the game, but the MTLB with the KVPT, this is a good gun. I really like this gun. It's got the smoke launchers and it's got the higher caliber. It's a solid gun, solid platform, especially with how Karma is using his vehicles in tandem with his infantry. Infantry mounting up now, and they're gonna just moving forward. Now Rose can say they're mounted up and moving through. I think it's Twitch because I was having problems with the audio delay yesterday. Huh? That's weird. Yeah, maybe it might be Twitch. Karmaka gonna push forward. 17 kills for the British, 26 kills for the Russians. Let me get an exact count for you guys, so everybody knows. I see 3, 4.
What's your status?
About 6.
We're near the radio. We've got the MTLB or BTR shooting the radio right
versus...
Well, radio's about to go down.
12. About 6 British forces versus about 12 Russian.
I think I just saw infantry. Yep, infantry out of the MTLB southwest.
Alright, frag. Southwest? Southwest?
Yeah, they're too far for frag.
Roger.
No, like 100. Can I engage?
Right. Yes.
Shit, there's 2 of them. Wait.
Light them up.
One is 239.
No, so that might have been the MTLB, or the Lodgies. So they took out Assault. Obviously, Assault's leading from the front, as is tradition for Assault.
Roger.
We'll see if plays on Klotz Point.
Good frag, you injured him.
That was a really good frag. Took out one, injured the other.
One sprinted to the fucking
south. Have another? That might have been a vehicle that, a Logi that popped, but we've got all 3 of the Russian vehicles still up.
That was probably good.
Its chief fob is compromised, its chief fob is down. We've now got to retake the position.
If you can, you're going to have to secure it. Alright guys, the idea is to try and kill as many of them as we can before the vehicles get us.
We're going to try and get up there.
Copy. Behind that rock where you threw frag. He's down, headshot.
Nice good shots. Here, this flank, 20 kills for the British, 28 kills for the Russians.
So there should be 1
British medic OP with that SUSAT. Yeah, no, the SUSAT's, it's a pretty good gun. I mean, it's not game breaking or it's not op breaking, we feel, because it's only like 1.25, and it sort of gives you that incentive to play medic.
Where did the MTLB go?
We're still playing around with it, and it may be adjusted in the op, but for now, we're okay with the British medic having the SUSAT. It's like, yeah, it's not a full like 2-3 times zoom or anything. Just enough to give you that little bit of advantage in this, like, I guess mid-range engagement. I guess technically this would be.
I feel like we might have vehicles.
Got 3, 4. Video over here, Fitzy went down. 4 British forces. Yeah, this was what you heard Pop Mist using. 4 versus...
Hey Lord, what are we going to do now?
Versus 10 Russians. 3 vehicles, though. 4 British versus basically 3 vehicles. No lats. What do they do? What are their options? What do you guys think they can do to bring this back? Or do you think all is lost? Because being able to heal yourself isn't enough of an incentive. Yeah. It's true. I mean, in vanilla games, you know how you have to force people to be a medic. And now having that incentive for vanilla games, like, you get the better gun as well. Or the better optic. It's just allowing more people, or giving an incentive for more people to play medic in vanilla games, and then it just sort of transferred over to our ops. It'll probably be changed once our mod gets fixed. Bush Wookiee harder than ever before. Hope the vehicles run out of ammo. Yeah, I guess those are it's basically hope that the Russians fuck up and get out of their vehicles. I think is the only chance for these British guys. Hope the Russians get out of their vehicles because they are on the offense. They can't Bush Wookiee Terra XJ because they are now on the offense. They have to be the ones to take back their position right here. This is their position that has been lost, and it is in shambles, being overwatched by this BTR. Kill the infantry. Yeah, they have to kill the infantry and force the Russians out of the vehicles. How many are on foot? 1, 2.
Hey Lord, what's the plan?
3 or 4 on foot.
This is probably
220
try and pop up and take as many as we can because these vehicles
behind that boulder.
Really have the assets to take
hide from the vehicles. Close. Yeah, they just got to continue to move and hide from the vehicles.
Get them. We still have the tower, eh?
He's to
we still have the tower.
If I don't, it won't have any vision on them. There's a cliff there.
Left, Bert.
Taking out their
You want to drive to the tower?
I feel a time limit coming soon for these British forces if they don't start to move.
Yeah, there's one.
Last 4 remaining. They're gonna need to move if they want to make any kind of progress, or the abandonment admin to just in the match if they're just gonna sit here. Looks like Carmen's gonna be proactive here though. Taking some shots at Verts. I don't know why he's still driving. Go ahead and stop. Let him shoot. Let your gunner shoot. There you go. Takes out Verts. Takes out Zaki. He's just gonna roll the M2B over these hills. No problems. Yeah, DB Scoo, the entire team was on. Well, just about the entire team. I think there was a couple who got there late, but yeah, you were definitely surrounded for the most part. He gave some good information. I just felt your squad lead could have given away, or you could have given a little more detailed information, or your squad lead just didn't give the detailed information you gave. One or the other. I think it could have been a little more clear on what was exactly over there. Vaughn goes down. I think Omar is the last one alive, just being harassed by these vehicles. I don't think there's anything Omar is going to be able to do. Completely surrounded. There he goes. Vehicle's going to run up on him and kill him. That's GG. Let's check out these vehicles. How well did they do? Yeah, 5 kills for the vehicles, 4 kills for the vehicles, 7 kills for this vehicle. So the vehicles really played a big part in this.
I had a feeling I was the
Rose
last guy
Dragon's
alive.
initial placement was really good. He just got overwhelmed on his weak flank, which Alpha Guido did point out at the beginning. He goes, I cannot hold a south push. There's no way we're going to be able to hold a south push, but they tried to hold a south push, and that's really what failed. They had the information that south push was going to fail. They knew it wasn't going to work, but yet they tried to, or the south flank was going to fail, and then they weren't going to be able to hold. They should have pulled back earlier, maybe as soon as that lat shot went wide, and it didn't work. Or not lat shot, toe shot. As soon as that toe shot went wide, they should have pulled back and hardened up in another position and hold what you got. Rose could continue to try and push guys onto the south flank, or sorry, the west flank a couple times. And he tried to swing around on the east-southeast with the E-Finks. E-Finks flank was really good. Their toes just got taken out way too, or not their toes, their last just got taken out way too early. Overall, good, solid movement on both Russian teams, both times. British forces did what they could, and they held what they could. It just didn't really pay off for them. I think Russian forces went a little bit harder the second round than they did the first round. Rose put too much to the north, in my opinion, Clayton. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is they had no idea that there wasn't going to be anybody on the north. Maybe they should have left a fire team up there. The two-man buddy team that was up there would have been just fine, I think. But yeah, he diverted a whole squad to that north flank to try and hold. Maybe if he had just had a buddy team up there and had the rest of the guys on the south. But who knows? We've got that hindsight 2020 vision, and we can talk all the shit we want. I will talk all the shit I want because I'm a commentator, and that is what I do. Thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody for participating in these events. If you're interested in participating in these events, you should check us out, squadops.gg. We also upload these the videos onto youtube.com/squadops. If you like what you saw and you want to give us a follow, twitch.com/squadops. We would really appreciate it if you guys are interested in watching. I'm interested in streaming and giving you this content. We will be back in a couple hours for another event. Check us out, squadops.gg. It's just on the calendar in your time zone. But thank you, everybody, and we will catch you in a couple hours for another Squad Ops event.